This is copyright.gov, U.S. Copyright Office. More information on fair use. Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research as examples of activities that may qualify as fair use. Section 107 calls for consideration of the following 4 factors in evaluating a question of fair use: purpose and character of the use, including whether the use of the commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes, nature of the copyrighted work, amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Okay, so anything I use for you guys, hit me up if you want me to remove it, edit it, or whatever. Nothing is used to infringe on anybody's intellectual property. I don't intend on doing that, and I don't intend on profiting from anyone's intellectual property. So I'm glad to edit or delete anything that's any of my videos that I've used of anybody. So that's it.
Because I thought you would have, maybe.
Yeah. Woke up.
Done, son. Yeah, King Chaka Entertainment, here we go. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check us live and become a part of the show on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, Wednesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. While you're playing the game, working out, cleaning, or whatever, check out the more refined audio versions of the show on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and more. Keyword King Chaka Ent. Yeah. Shouts out to Pat, Doc, Deuce, Curtis, Brendan, Elliott, Juanita, Jay Lethal, Tariq, my Twitch follower, Francisco, and others for always supporting the channel. Yeah. Race, spirituality, politics. Let's talk about it. We generate interest into what has happened and what is happening in our world, therefore creating activists. Let's go. Dale gas, baby. Hey.
Dime qué tú quieres, papi.
Gonna take a little break right now. When we come back, we're gonna take a little break right now. When we take a little break right now. When we come back, we're gonna take a little break right now. Gonna take a little break right now. When we come back, we're gonna take a little break right now. When we take a little break right now. When we come back, we're gonna take a little break right now. When we
my little one. I shall make you psychotic.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
Back and forth, and you know I'm swinging bows. I'm about to change course, go home and changing clothes. I'm looking at this bitch, it seems like she's saying no. I'ma hit the streets, though I'm supposed to be laying low. I'm following the buzz, never know which way it go. Keep on bringing heat, cause the G.O.D. say it so. Sailing on the beat, so you can't chop and play it so. She got me for a piece, now I'm about to pay the hoe. Stop smoking, switch the sweets, where I gotta take a toke. Now I got a little guac, now I gotta make it grow. Keep on thinking we some hee-haw, mom, pop folks. We gon' hit you in your teeth, we keep a buzz all closed. I've been on it 5 days, so I'm sitting sideways. Now get out of my way, or I'ma hit your Hyundai. take a lick on my dick if you don't like what I say. I'm the shit with the shit, so we gon' do this my way. Yo, we just getting started, so go on, say your grace. I'ma eat you rappers, though I won't enjoy the taste. I'm closing your estates while you falling on the stakes. I'm rolling on the bass while you rolling on the face. Sitting on the place, not knowing I'ma take your fast, slowing and it's fake. So I'm gonna wait. Time will come, down will be done. I saw it and I said that it was great.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
Hey, how y'all doing out there? How y'all feel? Remember, we want you to be an activist. And don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Police. How y'all feeling out there? Y'all feel good? I gotta talk about the backup page. King Chaka Ent Deux. It's DEUX. That's the page that we're broadcasting live to tonight on YouTube. Although we're on Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, other platforms. We're on Anchor whenever we do our audio versions of the show. So you can catch us live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. And on YouTube, it'll be the King Chaka Ent Deux page. DUEX. I'm sorry, DEUX. I'm dyslexic. The King Chaka Ent DEUX. That's the backup page. Please check us out there. Help us out a lot. Like, share, and subscribe. That's it. So I want to talk about the hours too. So the hours are still the same. It's Wednesday, Thursday, at around 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday at about 1 a.m. You can catch us live on the King Chaka Ent Deux page, DEUX. So check it out. You can also check us out on Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with you.
Oh, yeah? Thank
Yeah,
you. I really appreciate the support.
yeah, you got it.
I really, really appreciate it. So the name of the show today is King Chaka Ent Deux, just because I have to start advertising that particular name so I can get people on that channel. I'm at like 220 subscribers for my main page, but they're threatening to delete it. So so I can't broadcast live on that page for a while, or otherwise I'm threatening that page getting deleted. So I'm just gonna post. I'll post clips on that page, but I'll only be live on the backup page and the Facebook, Rumble, and the other stuff. It really sucks because the majority of my audience comes from YouTube, so they're really punishing me. But it is what it is. They're gonna force me to build up 2 pages. I'll just be. Yeah, my presence will just be even stronger. Them trying to smash me is just going to make me, more innovative, more creative. Yep, and thank you for bringing up the news show story last night, because I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah.
Yep, so that was helpful.
So you see more on it since then, right?
Honestly, I haven't. I just got off of work, and I stayed up literally all night doing the show last night, so I pretty much slept mostly until it was time for me to go to work. So
yeah, I checked out on you without saying anything. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Everybody does that. So yeah. I be on here for too long, you know. Sometimes I be on here for 5 hours.
Yeah, dude that was on last night. What's his name?
Oh, don't give me the line. You talking about Pat, my co-host?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Ashley's
I knew,
cousin.
I knew his voice and everything, but I couldn't remember his name.
And I think you may have met his ex-wife. His ex-wife name is Alara, but that's a real close friend of Ashley's.
I
So
don't think I met him.
yeah, yeah, they was always around. And the little kid, his son was always around with Naya and Quinn and them all the time.
Yeah, no, I never met him.
Yeah, he's basically my co-host. He be on here almost every night, just about every night. And usually it's
My
me and him.
phone is acting up. It then went black.
Oh, well, I can still see you,
Okay.
and you sound great.
Okay.
And it's really all
But
about the
I'm,
sound on these shows. Yeah,
yeah,
this
but
is really a podcast.
yeah. I don't know. I'm touching stuff. I hope I don't close you out. I'm trying to get the screen light back up. I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. What's been on your mind? Like today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the leftovers for the week. I tend to do that on Saturday. Saturday is like the leftover day. The stuff
What you
that I
mean
did,
by that?
well, stuff that I didn't that I wanted to cover during the week that I didn't get to cover. Leftover stuff
Mm,
like that, and I also just random. Saturday night is the free night, like pretty much. So, but I always cover
yeah,
some stuff that I've been meaning to cover or that I skipped
yeah,
during the week.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm here to listen.
and that works for me. That works for me.
All right.
Right now I'm just scrolling. I always like to start off scrolling on Instagram and give people time to get in the show.
And then my battery low too, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be on.
Okay. Yeah. And low battery will kick you out. That's probably why your screen is acting funny because this
Oh,
yeah, being on this stream, it drains your battery pretty heavy and
oh.
yeah, so
Well,
you
I
will.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone on battery, and then I get back with
All right.
you. Okay,
All right.
bye.
All right, y'all. Gas prices. Oh, this person talking about they riding a horse. She look good on that horse.
Woo, that'll
Oh
do
my
it.
goodness.
You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. Woo, that'll do it.
Carrying the baby
You
on the
don't have
back
to
of the
worry about
horse.
me. You do
Hell
not
no.
have to worry about me.
Hell no. Ain't no baby in that
Woo, that'll
carrier.
do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not.
Oh,
That's what she
Lord.
get for having that big ass truck, anyways. That's why she's spending that so much gas. She got the big ass. What is that? A Hummer? That's a gas guzzler right there. I don't know. It's a crazy world we live in. What the hell is this guy doing?
600 pounds. We were just able to tag it, so it's probably never been caught. Now we're going to release it back.
Now, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here? This creature right here is clearly from Middle Earth. This man is holding a real life Game of Thrones script, a whole sea dragon. At a certain point in time, the excitement got to die down, and you got to ask yourself, what does a fish of this size eat? Is it me? That fish gonna swallow him whole like a vitamin tablet. So we just gonna ignore the fact that this man discovered the Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster clearly exists because this man is holding it by the lips. Imagine you out for a lake swim on a weekend and this big ass creature slap you on the ass cheeks. The party is over.
Check this out. This fish.
He said the party is over. That's for sure. What is this? I don't get into the debauchery. I'm sure this is more debauchery right here, but it might be funny. Oh shit! Somebody.
Chaka,
Yeah.
I can't get you out of here.
What do you mean? You can't get out?
Yeah, my phone is acting crazy.
You want me to? I can remove you if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So and then can I kick you out? Kick from studio. I'll just leave her in the background because it might do something crazy. I don't want nothing crazy to happen. Dude was riding on the back of the train and just snatched her fucking wig. Wow. Ain't no way in hell she getting that back. It's gone. I've been seeing these videos. People are messing with people like this and making videos like this. Man, people ain't got nothing better to do. Oh, Beyonce got that walk. It rained inside and out. Where is this? Didn't want my shoes to get soaked and have to walk around with gushy feet. Time to bathe. Oh, I do want to talk about that. I want to talk about hygiene. Where's my pen? Oh, yeah, I already wrote notes about that. Fucking hygiene, man. What happened to hygiene, y'all? What happened to hygiene, y'all? What the fuck happened to hygiene, y'all? You know, when I say hygiene, I mean like brushing your teeth, you know, taking a shower, you know, combing your hair. You know what I mean? Simple stuff like that. Changing your clothes. Putting on fresh, clean clothes. What happened to that, y'all? What the fuck happened? As I look around, I noticed that hygiene is not very fucking for this generation. Hygiene is not very high on their priority list. And it doesn't even bother them. I don't know why it doesn't bother them. It bothers the shit out of me, but I guess because the whole generation is doing the same thing, it doesn't bother them. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, people clearly not brushing their teeth regularly. Women and men are clearly not combing their hair regularly. You know, that's a part of your hair's health, right? You can't just keep putting a hat or a hair hat or keep putting whatever the fuck over your head or keep wrapping it or whatever the fuck you're doing. You can't keep doing that. You have to comb it out every now and then, bro. Brush it, comb it out. That's part of the hygiene of your hair. It makes your hair healthy. It takes out all the old, dead, dying, damaged hair. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you healthier overall. Same thing with the dental care. Taking care of your teeth. That's connected to heart health, diabetes, all of that shit. Brushing your teeth is not just, you know, it's a maintenance of your body for health purposes too. So hygiene and health go together. You know what I'm saying? You know, you take care of your hygiene better and you'll be healthier. You know, it's really simple. But this generation got shortcuts for everything and they got side steps for everything. And they fucking, you know, they feel like they don't have to brush their teeth every day. They feel like they don't have to take a shower or bath regularly. They feel like they don't have to comb their hair. And that's what I see. And it's because of the clout and all this fake shit that's out there. That's why I don't like fake shit. That's why I don't like people who put on a lot of makeup, or I don't like the big lashes. I don't like the weave. I don't like the fake butts. I don't like the fake titties. You're way more attractive the way God made you. Trust and believe that. God made you perfectly. There's no reason for you to modify it. What's up, Pat? You there? It says China locks down 9.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I Couldn't hear you at first.
Yeah, my headset was tripping.
Yeah, man. I was talking about hygiene, man. It seems like this generation done left hygiene behind. The younger folks.
Oh, really?
I don't know what's been your experience, but from what I can see, you know, the teeth brushing and putting on deodorant, taking a bath, combing your hair, that shit is out of style.
Really?
I mean, really. I'm not even joking,
I,
bro. I'm not even exaggerating. I mean,
so parents are not teaching their kids hygiene no more?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. But some of these parents, these kids are raising kids already. So that's one aspect of it. But no, I just think that the generation has turned their back on it. It's because they have so many things that they can use instead of doing the work. They're lazy as fuck. That's the way I see it. And it's just this generation has many ways to avoid doing those things, to cover up, the fact that they're not doing these things. You get what I'm saying? It's because of the weaves, the hair, the man wigs. You know what I'm saying? The makeup, the
Man
perfumes.
wigs.
Yeah, bro, you not hip. My barber does them. My barber does them all the time.
Oh no, yeah, you know what? I have seen like on Facebook or somewhere where they
And
do
they're
a
really good. You're not
hot
gonna be
top
able to
fade or
tell.
some.
Yeah, you can't tell really. You can't tell. They're
Well,
really, really good.
you know that's what Steve Harvey used to wear, right?
Yeah, I'm probably still now, huh? His damn fro looks the same all the damn
Nah,
time.
nah, he's bald headed now.
Oh, okay, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
went
That's
on
right.
and
I'm
went
tripping.
totally
Yeah,
bald.
yeah, yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
Let me hit
So
this girl park. She done hit my mirror once.
I want to hear what Lotto has to say. I just like to hear her talk.
See that hate comment? I'm gonna try to make your ass eat your words. I'm the wrong bitch to hate on.
She's so cute.
Cause I try to prove everybody wrong. So if you don't want to see me win, you should probably fake act like a fan. Cause if I see that hate comment, I'm gonna try to make your ass eat your words.
You're gonna go harder.
I'm gonna go harder. I'm the wrong bitch to hate on. Cause I try to prove everybody wrong. So if you don't
Hold
want to
up,
see me win, you should probably fake act
hold
like a
up.
fan. Cause if I
Go that way, just no that way. All right. Oh, well, let me mute.
I'm the wrong bitch to hate on. Cause
the enemy don't want me to go where I'm going, and neither do the hypocrites. So there's a death plot hatched by the government to be carried out by my own people. Well, do you think that I'm afraid? Listen. Why don't you walk in my shoes for a day? If the government can't frighten me, and the Jews and their power can't frighten me, how the hell you think you gonna scare me with a gun? The enemy don't want me to go where I'm going, and neither do the hypocrites. So there's a death plot hatched by the government to be carried out by my own people.
What?
Well, Do you think that I'm afraid? Listen. Why don't you walk in my shoes for a day? If the government can't frighten me, and the Jews and their power can't frighten me, how the hell you think you gonna scare me with a gun?
I don't know. It sounds like he's projecting Malcolm X's story on himself. So I mean, he's saying that I guess there was an assassination plot on him. So it sounds like what he's saying. But who knows? That's just a clip from a speech. So we don't know the
How long ago was that?
Again, I don't know anything about it other than that clip. You know, that's how this goes. This is Instagram. Let's see if they say.
Well, why would his
it
own
says.
If he
It says the enemy.
If he being true and loyal to, his people, then
Yeah. Well, but he said the government. He said the government hatched out a plan to be carried out by his own people. Let me read the comments.
He said by his,
yeah, to be carried out by his own people. That's what he said. It says the enemy doesn't want me to go where I'm going, and neither do the hypocrites. So there's a death plot hatched by the government to be carried out by my own people. Well, do you think I'm afraid? It says video, the swing song, delivered on Sunday, February 27th, 2022 at Mosque Miriam, Chicago, Illinois. So
yeah, because
it says one of the heaviest parts of the Swan song. So is he talking about a song? Let's see, yeah, I don't know the context, y'all, so I ain't gonna speculate. Because it says the Swan Song, .org, but I guess that's just the name of the. I'm not hip, y'all. I think that's the name of the like sermon or something. This is Jussie Smollett.
Well, that was that was the Savior's Day title, Swan Song. And
okay.
It was like a 4-hour thing that I totally ignored. I didn't even want to hear it.
Yeah, so you see how far it was off of my radar. I didn't even know it happened. Look, let's hear Jussie, because it's got to be at least a little bit entertaining. I think this is his page. Ain't you supposed to be in jail, nigga? Didn't they just sentence you? How are you making fucking videos?
At the county jail, it's
the enemy don't want me to go where.
So Jussie is currently in the psych ward
this
at the county jail. It's what's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today and put on the front of his jail cell saying that he's at risk of self-harm. I want to just make it clear to folks that he is in no way, shape, or form at risk of self-harm. And he wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he is very healthy and ready to take on the challenge that ultimately has been put up against him. This is not right. This is completely lack of justice. It's angering, it's an outrage, but he ultimately knows what he needs to do. So we want to make sure that folks understand that, whatever inside Cook County Jail what assumptions they may be making. I don't know why they even have him in a psych ward. We still have not gotten clear answers there and why he's even in a psych ward. And they've recently added to his documentation that he's at risk of harming himself. That is absolutely not true. So please make sure y'all are spreading facts. The media is going to report a lot of false information. And we really need our people, the people who support us, to continue checking folks and making sure that false information does not go unchecked. So on top of that, if folks could really continue reposting things, there's been a post from my page, from Jake's page, from Jazz's page, from Journey's page, all around the hashtag Free Jussie hashtag. If you could repost that, repost similar images, make your own images, always just include the hashtag Free Jussie. And we think it's best if you tag Cook County Jail along with it. We're really just trying to make sure we can get as much engagement and attention on this injustice as possible. thank you so much for the
Just another
prayers. Thank you so
scam.
much for the support that folks have given us thus far. And to the influencers, to the influential people out there, to the activists, to the organizers, we need you. We seriously need you all. We need you to step up. This has gotten to the point where, you know, it's been gone too far. But we are talking about, you know, a very serious situation. We need folks' support in getting our brother out of jail. He never should have been in jail. He was attacked. He is innocent. He is innocent. And even if you don't believe in his innocence, you should believe that he should be free. He should not.
Okay, if you say so.
Well,
I mean, if that was
honestly,
my
it doesn't
brother,
make sense. Look,
if that was my brother, I'd probably be talking just like him. You know what I'm saying? That's
well,
his
you know,
brother.
I'm gonna say it like this: how many times have women accused someone of rape and find out later that there was never any rape?
Yeah.
The guy went to jail. He comes home, or you know, eventually gets out because they say that they didn't do anything, but nothing ever happens to the female.
Right.
Well, I kind of look at it kind of the same way because he inflicted harm on himself at the least. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, that's just like trying to put somebody in prison for attempted suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. It doesn't really make sense to me. You know, okay, he maybe have some fines or some charges, you know, like pay some fines or something for, you know, having the police to go out and do all what they did, but actually having them do, you know, get sentenced to jail time because of the foolery is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of out there. I don't really get it. Like it doesn't. I mean, you know, never did any of this make sense to me. You know, from the beginning, the whole story that was made up, or that, or look, I only want because I mean, he say he's still holding his innocence. So whatever happened, I don't know if he's supposed to get because if he called, you know, claimed somebody did whatever to him, and it just never happened, then the only charges should be that, you know, okay, he used police to
So then that should just be a
investigate.
fine, right? Because it costs money. So then they
I,
just should. Because I get what you're
yeah,
saying. You're saying where's the victim? Who's the victim?
yeah. I mean, and you charge the victim for victimizing themselves. I mean, it doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
like
So where's the victim?
how are they,
But
how is
I
there
have to.
justice? How,
I disagree with you though, because those chicks who claim rape, them bitches need to fucking go to jail. And I think that like it's a lot of
I
times
do,
with that with the
I
statutory situations, like when the chick is like 17 or 16 and she you know misrepresented her age, and then the guy goes to jail. I think she should get in trouble too, bruh. Like maybe not as severe or whatever, but that there's a problem with that in the law.
I agree. But my reason for saying the whole thing about women saying that had something happened to them, but nothing ever did. They never get charged. So
Yeah,
you know,
I
him
get it.
saying something happened to him, and yeah, that's my only reason for saying that.
Right.
Because
So
you
why?
know,
How come they don't? How come he gets charged and they don't? That's what you're
black male.
saying. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
So what the hell? You know. I get it.
yeah,
I don't really care much about the subject at all. Um, I hate to not feel sympathetic, but the part
yeah.
about the law being not right, and you know the point you brought up, you know the chick said somebody raped her. She ruined this dude's life, bro. That's a crime. There's a victim. That guy that she said raped her, he's a victim.
Yeah, yeah,
Therefore,
he's a
she should
victim,
go to jail.
and like I said, I mean, and she should definitely go to jail. But in most cases, they don't. Like I mean, even the you know this the old lady who told a lie on Emmett Till. Like, I don't give a shit how old you are. Your ass need to go to jail, or you
Still,
know,
to this
yeah,
day, go through the whole court process just like any other criminal.
yeah.
No matter how old you are. They go get old people all the time. They just charged somebody with war crimes from damn it. What was it related to? Can't remember what it's related to. It was an old dude in a wheelchair. He old as fuck. But he did some war
Shit,
crimes.
Bill Cosby. Like, they know
Yeah.
what kind of deal they made with him, and then they false like, the court act as if like they didn't know. Like, come on now, like, don't the DA knew? Like, I mean, all of them knew that there was a deal that was made, that if he, because of the civil charges that was up against him, if he, you know, agreed to take, because they do all these plea deals all the
Yeah.
time. So
Right.
whether he was right or wrong, if he accepts a certain deal, then they would let him go. But it was like, it's just
They
a
fought
scam.
that to the
And for
Supreme
one,
Court. They were still trying to lock him back up. The Supreme Court just recently, maybe last week or earlier this week, kicked out. They they
but
they they,
but it
they
was a plea
upheld
deal, like
the
the,
earlier courts.
but see, but that's the problem, and that's like, I mean, I think that's one of the bigger problems with some of these plea deals, is that just so somebody can, a person can get some peace, or like, you got to admit that you did something wrong even when you know you didn't, and the only option here is like, or makes sense legally, is to just say, okay, all right, you know what, all right, yeah, I did it, just so I can go home and
In the
take a
plea,
nap, or
that's
do,
the
what I'm saying.
that is a easy, clearly indication of the corruption of our system, because most cases, I think it's like 80 or 90% of cases, go to plea, and they always telling you, that you don't want to go to
Yeah, no,
trial, and it's always talking about, like, and then their excuse
well,
is court costs. But if 80-90% of the damn cases don't even go, what fucking cost did that cost to get somebody to do a plea? Like, you didn't have to get no jury, you didn't have to get no judge, really. The fuck, man.
I mean, the judge got to be there to do his job anyway, and then I guess the DA, like, all of them work on salary, I believe, except for the defense. So it's like, what's I don't
It's
know.
it's bullshit, and the plea is the perfect. If people study how most cases get done through pleas, they'll see the corruption of our system really clearly. Let me
Yeah,
hear what
because I
Michael has
mean,
to say. Let me play this Michael clip. I'm just curious.
Can we just do it again without just the negative, saying that you don't like the tour? I don't like it. I know, but I go through hell. What are you setting up, though? I don't know. I go through hell touring. Okay, then I'll make it positive. Yeah, it's just. Well, you know the truth. Yeah. Okay.
And action, Michael.
I love to tour. You guys must just say. Why you all start laughing? I'm ready to get into it. Can we just do it again without just the negative, saying that you don't like the tour? I don't like it. I know, but I go through hell. What are you setting up, though? I don't know. I go through hell touring. Okay, then.
He said, "I don't like it though."
I love the tour.
And man, that's an example of how the media is, and everything that we see is fucking fake, just like that. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
What we want the people to see is this. So, can you say that for us? I guess if y'all paying me enough, I guess, and that's pretty much the case. Fucking Candace Owens, fucking Rachel Maddow, nigga.
Man, can you imagine, like, how many millions does he make for that one night, though?
Talking about who you talking about?
Like
MJ?
when Mike was touring, and this was
Probably a
like, you
lot.
know what I'm saying, like back in the '90s. When was his last tour?
Yeah,
Real
he was.
last tour?
Yeah, he was filling up stadiums. So, and those tickets weren't cheap.
No, none of them. Not even like the nosebleed.
So yeah, huge check. But that just show. I mean, you know, and a lot of artists say, you know, that touring sucks. That it's a job, it's work. You know, people think it's show
Yeah.
business or whatever. It's all fun and shit. The show is fun, but like, you know, and then the thing is, you know what? I think as an artist myself, I'm willing to bet there's plenty of artists out there who sing songs that they hate. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't they maybe they liked the song a bit when they made it, you know what I'm saying? But as time has gone on, they don't like the song anymore. Like they really don't like the song. Like they hate it, like it was horrible. They wish they could have did it different or whatever. They didn't like the way they did the lyrics or whatever. They didn't like the beat. Something about it they just hate. And but the audience, the fans love the song. So guess what? You gotta sing this song that you hate.
You got to sing the song.
You gotta sing it. Because that's what the people want. And you know, I think about that. I think about that kind of thing a lot because at some point you become like a slave to, you know, I don't know what's the word, a slave to your craft. I don't know. You become a slave to what's popular or what worked, what hit, you know, because what the people like, that's what they want. Like how remember the guy, what you talking about, Willis? And like people would
Yeah.
always want him to say
Gary
that,
Coleman.
and he would be like, "I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that shit." There's a clip of him like cussing somebody out, and they was like, "Why are you overreacting?" It was like they was
It was
just say it one time.
like bro, that was 30 years ago. First of all, and I ain't no fucking little kid. You gonna just make me say some shit that I done told you. Look, I give you autograph, but I'm not saying this shit.
Yeah. I don't want to say the shit. Let me read the comments. Doc says, so just wondering, was Joe Jackson the first man to actually beat the black off his child? Like I hear them threatening in Walmart. Pretty funny.
Oh damn.
Something about the 124, 829th time they sang it. They just got tired of it. Yeah. So you know, Doc, so you must be a musician too, because I do music and just sometimes you get tired of a song. Like I was making a song. It has happened many times. At the point, let's say early point, like making the beat at that point. You've already made it far into the beat and then you're like, I don't like this shit. You scrap it. You might fucking delete that hoe. And it's like that with making songs. I was in the studio, got to the point where it was all the way in the studio. I'm not talking about the studio in my garage, which I had. I'm talking about a professional ass studio. I'm all the way there because once I get there, I've already recorded the song at home. I've already, you know, I've done a lot with this song. So, and it's going to get recorded again professionally.
You done practiced it a couple different ways.
Yeah, you know,
You
I
practiced
perfected
it a
it.
couple different ways.
All this shit. And then I get into the studio to record the song and we start recording the song. And then halfway through it, I'm like, you know what? I don't like this song anymore. Like that happened like once or twice. So it's like half a song somewhere that didn't get finished just because I was like, you know, I'm not feeling it anymore. The thing is, you know, if you know, especially when you're recording the song, you want to be feeling it at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You want to like the song at that moment.
Yeah, because it's performance time. It's like this is like the best performance you need to have if you're recording. Because I mean, you doing a show, you know, it's not gonna be perfect. But when you recording, when you actually recording something that you plan on sending out to the world, that's the one that you want to try to make sure you have it right.
And it's
So
all
that's
about
the
the
long lasting.
emotion because you know I used to I mostly recorded, dude. That's what I did mostly, and I would tell them, you know, it's about the emotion behind the words. You know what I'm saying? That's what make people feel it. You can say whatever you want to say, but if you're just talking, or even when you're singing, it's the same thing. The emotion when in the words, behind the words, is what people feel. So that means you gotta
Yeah,
feel it.
because I mean, I've done a lot of. Mostly I engineered, but I've done a few songs with the guys or whatever, and I never really liked my voice on record. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, no, it's cool. It's good. Like, I mean, whatever. I mean, y'all look, this for y'all. This is what y'all wanted, so I did
Yeah.
it. But yeah.
Well, I used to feel like my voice is an instrument. I used to, and that's what Kendrick Lamar does. That's what he does. You know, he's like a drummer, and he's using his voice like a drummer, and he's also using it like a singer, and it's really, really, really great how he does it. He's making his voice into an instrument, like literally, and playing it with precision.
Who is it? This guy?
No, no, no. I was talking about Kendrick Lamar. No, that's just a random
Oh,
person I was scrolling on. Random. Yeah, so the King Chaka Ent Deux page, Pat, I need you to subscribe to it too so you can get the notifications for the lives and shit. I'm telling everybody to, because I'm not gonna, like I've been saying it a lot. I'm gonna keep saying it for a couple weeks. Um, I need people to subscribe to that channel for them to get the lives. You don't have to subscribe, but just go to that channel to get the lives on YouTube. It really sucks, man, because we're at like 220 subscribers on that main page. The page is really blowing up, and
okay.
I can't even
Well,
I
well,
can't even live stream to it right now, and I can't do it for a while, or they're I'm
the
really
new
afraid they're
page,
gonna take it. No, the old page. I said I'm
the
not gonna
old
stream to
page.
that one. Yeah, I mean I'll still be posting on that page, but I'm not gonna stream to it because I'm really afraid they're gonna take it. So it's gonna be a while before I live stream there because I really think they're watching that page, and it's the live streams where they get me. The uploads, not so much. It'd be the live streams that get me. So I figure if I just avoid the live streams for a while on that page, then and wait for all those strikes to fall off, then I'll be good. Then I'll start live streaming to that page. But till then, it's gonna have to be the backup page, King Chaka Ent Deux. Like two in that's French, right?
Duh.
Deux. Yeah.
Mm,
I think that's French.
duh. Yeah, that's probably closer to French. To those. I don't know. I can't even look it up right now.
Let me play this clip right here. And we'll get into some of the stuff, like the video you sent me and stuff. Let me play this clip.
Agent and your God. And if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God. And if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as...
That's pretty funny. I need to get my ass back working out, I swear. I've been saying that for the longest, but I can feel it. I used to go hard.
Yeah,
I can feel myself getting.
well, shit, it's been a while for me. It's going hard. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. Like if I was at home every day, I would have started by now. But being out here on the road, though, I'd have me a gym membership or something. You know what I'm saying? Because like right now, shit, I had because I thought it was gonna be warm down here. It's cold as hell. Um, I'm in Louisiana, so
Shit, it's cold here in
but
Texas. It's 41 degrees. That's cold to me.
huh?
I say it's 41 degrees in Texas. That's cold to me.
Let me see.
Master Peter got in shape. He's an inspiration too. I've been following him for a while. He started walking, he started running, and he's been doing it all the time now. And that's why he does these he talks while he's doing his walks. He got his kids out there doing it. Anybody that tell you walking don't do nothing, don't know what the fuck they talking about.
No, walking is good.
Cause we walk like fish swim. So like we just do it without thinking. So like we should be doing a lot of it. Like because our evolution, that was our evolution. You know what I'm saying? You always go back to that. But you think about our ancestors, they had to get everywhere on foot. You know what I mean?
But that's
I'm
one of the
like,
reasons why. That's one of the reasons why they stay in shape.
yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. Right away. It's just like the animals in the wilds, like the deer or whatever. Right after they're born, they already know how to run. The gazelle, like really quickly, they already can like outrun a wolf or something. Really quickly, and they have to, because if they can't, then they're lunch. So those evolutionary pressures is what made us who we are. But I wonder about our evolution now, because like earlier I was talking about hygiene, and I'm like, I wonder about our evolution now because we don't have to walk everywhere. We don't have to run from the lions, tigers, and bears no more. And we just consume, consume, consume. So, what was that movie? The movie with the spaceship? It was everybody lived on like outside of the earth was all fucked up. It couldn't grow no plants. Wally. It was the little robot. And everybody was little blobs and they floated around they drove around these little like moving chairs and shit. Like they never had to get out of this thing, sleep in them and everything. They did all their whole life on this thing. Everybody is just like a little blob, and they're all like in their own little world, and the world is shit. And they're lazy. One of them fell out of the chair and couldn't even get back into it.
Damn.
You know what movie I'm talking about?
I remember the name Wally.
I think I'm saying the right name. It's animated.
It was like
animated.
yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah, man, I think that was a really grim possible future for humans. Just turn into these blobs that float around on floaty chairs. Like the people who be killing, it kills me. The people at Walmart. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to Walmart. But how they get on those little carts when, like, if your leg is broke or you can't walk or whatever it is, bro, you got a medical condition. But if you don't, get your lazy ass off of those fucking rolling carts. You get what I'm saying?
Now I saw the last time I was in Walmart, I saw it was an older lady. She was in one, and then her grandson, who was in perfect health, he had one. I'm like, what the fuck is like? What the hell is happening here? As if you know what I'm saying. And he like in it seriously, as if, huh?
I was gonna say, yes, need to walk around the damn store, and just like these people who get into wrecks and fights with people trying to park in the parking spot that's the closest to the fucking front door, so they won't have to take 5 or 10 extra fucking steps. Oh my fucking God. And that's why I say those 5-10 extra steps, you probably need to take them 5-10 extra steps, bro, for your health. Go ahead and park in the spot that's the furthest from the door. That would be your healthiest probably move to make. And then it's probably gonna be easier for you to get in and out. You ain't gonna be stressing pulling out of the parking spot and about to get into a fight with somebody.
Was that one of those twins?
Yeah, that was one of them. That was Tia. Yeah, this one is the. Which one is this?
Is that
one?
the married
This
one
is
or
Tia.
the?
This is Tia.
That's not the one that's on the TV show. Okay, yeah, that's the married one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan of them since that show. I was a teenager when they was on that show, Sister or whatever. I kind of grew up watching them. You know, we're all about the same age. I'm the same age as them. I think exactly the same age, right at the same age. It's like I grew up with them.
I thought I was growing up with them.
Dude.
They probably were a little
So we're
bit
coming
different.
back from our vacation, and we wanted to. I mean, it's
Is
someone
that
on
his
vacation.
daughter?
No, just a staycation.
Yeah, and we made a record for you guys because
I think that's his wife, right?
We made a
we
record.
made a song. We just want to share it. Here we go. 5, 6,
Nah, I think he's
7, 8.
married to a
Wait, or is this song 1, 2,
white
3,
lady.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It's
2,
1,
3.
No,
Drinking.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Drinking.
Okay.
Yep.
1, 2.
Drinking Red Bull on the way from Santa Barbara.
Then we
Stop at your station, try to stop us. We just laughing happy. We got that almond joy. We got that sweet.
Okay, I've lost my attention. Oh, there she go again. She's so cute.
Yeah, my night was going pretty good up until then.
We know how to hunt, fish, and grow our own food too. Let's see what this guy's talking about. Lord knows that's what we all need to know how to do.
57 ways to prepare top ramen noodles.
People.
I can show you. Y'all want to know one of the main reasons a lot of us ain't worried about this inflation or worried about this economy? It's because we've been broke for a long time. Some of y'all just new broke. That's why y'all freaking out. We can show you 57 ways to prepare top ramen noodles. I can show you 12 different ways to make Spam.
I don't know about the Spam.
Show you how to make spaghetti noodles turn into a different meal every night for 7 nights straight.
Yep.
We can eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for breakfast and be happy that we got it. We could take a can of pork and beans, open them up, and just eat them. That's because we're survivors. We know how to make it. Some of y'all new brokes is going to have to learn the ropes. Y'all going to have to figure this thing out. That's all right. You got us old brokes here.
We'll teach you.
We'll show you the way, baby.
Oh, man, I love that. That was so
That's
perfect, bro. Yeah, that was so perfect. Yeah, because I know about being broke. I grew up poor as fuck. So, like, that's why I say this shit don't scare me at all. Like, I completely sympathize with everything that dude said. Everything but the Spam. Now, Spam was around, but I can't eat that shit. I refuse to eat that. I'm just going to starve. But I think I have opened a can of pork and beans before and ate that
Spam?
shit like that.
You know, I kind of turned my nose up at ramen.
Yeah, but again, I don't like ramen either.
But that's because of what I like, what it's made of.
Yeah, it's like plastic and shit.
That's really,
but still, it's still the same. When a nigga hungry, you know what I'm saying? There ain't much to eat. There's a couple packs of noodles in there. Nigga finna eat. That's old girl. She from Houston. That's
I wonder if she's looking for a hug.
Queen Just Brittany. She's all got a bunch of makeup on in that picture. I don't know about that, but I can tell you that she's all made up in that picture. But she's not. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm a fan of her. I saw her in person back when I used to do music because she's local. I performed at the same place she performed one night. And that's I didn't like personally meet her like or whatever, but then that's when I knew who the hell she was, and I was like, I became kind of a fan, not of her music. She's a tall chick.
Mm, mm.
Can't tell from these pictures, but she's really tall.
Well,
Freaking
what's tall for you?
taller than me. You know,
You
hey,
think she's six
anything.
foot?
Yeah, I'd put her at really close to 6 foot. She might be 5'11" or something like that.
But she's also
5'10".
wearing 4.5 inch heels.
But that's what I'm saying. I met her. Didn't meet her personally, but was performed.
Encountered her.
Yeah, so I saw her in
You
person. So
encountered her.
she's tall. I know for a fact because I was there. I saw her. So then it's kind of
And she's
crazy.
thick.
What's her name? She's from Houston, and so I wonder, shit, it would be crazy if she could kind of help her career out a bit because really, old girl, just Britney's been doing it for a lot longer. She never blew up. She's really super local, and uh,
No, I did.
Megan, the
I know just Brittany.
yeah, but
We had a
don't
TV channel, a TV channel where we did a prank on her. It was a local thing.
that's what I'm saying.
You
That's what I'm
know, and
saying.
her,
They don't people don't know
yeah.
her in like California or some shit, New York. They ain't gonna know who the fuck she is. But Megan is from Houston too, and she went ahead and blew the hell up. I don't know. The quality of music isn't much different.
I wonder what she did different.
Yeah. Yeah, the music is like the same.
Is that's just Brittany, the one that's we was talking about? You said is tall,
Yeah.
or is that a different chick too?
No, that was just Britney.
That was just Brittany.
Yeah.
Phew. I don't remember her like that.
And she been thick like that the whole time,
It's
bro.
been a
I'm
few
telling you.
years though.
The whole time. She been thick like that. She's got thicker. She's kind of fat now, I ain't gonna lie, but she used to be like perfect. I am not suicidal. If anything happens to me when I go in there, you must all know that. So what? He's scared somebody's gonna kill him?
Okay? I am not suicidal.
For what?
Yes, Your Honor, I am not suicidal.
That's why I say I think it's that all that shit.
Okay? I am not
His
suicidal.
lawyer or whoever that guy
Okay? I am not
was a part of a
suicidal.
scam.
I am
Like,
innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you
I can't help but to remember that he's an actor, you know? I can't help but to remember that he's an actor while he's talking. Like, his job is to do performances like that. Just like that.
yeah. But see, but you know, my thing is, it's like, okay, is it even true that they found a letter saying that he was suicidal, or like what was the whole? I don't.
Like I say,
Why does he think that anybody wants to kill him? What
yeah,
is like?
that's
I don't
curious
get
to
it.
me.
Like who's after?
Why
Who's
would
after
somebody?
him? Like who's
Yeah,
really like? Yeah, I gotta
we gonna wait. We
get
gonna
Jussie. Like he's
like he's what's the dude's name? The human trafficking guy. Like like you think you
Epstein.
yeah, you think
Yeah.
you Epstein or something, bro? Ain't nobody concerned with you, bro.
Unless
Ain't
he's
nobody
been
concerned.
involved in some crazy stuff, and he's actually accused or threatened people that, or if he actually has to do jail time, he's gonna rat him out. Then maybe maybe
Yeah, who
there's some
knows?
there.
Like, you don't know people personally, so you could see him possibly being tied up into some shit. But
Well, bro, I mean,
let
for
me read the
him to
comments.
make that come with that story of the noose and the Nigerians, like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
He's
He's
not
he's
he's not a
he's either
solid dude.
crazy or he's doing a performance and he's interviewing for a job or shit. I don't know. Doc says yes. Do is French for two. So that's why I chose it. I was doing it right. So King Chaka Ent Deux, because it's the second page. It's my backup page. Page number 2, King Chaka Ent Deux, Deux. Wally, yeah, that was the name of the movie. It's 150 days. What a freaking wussy. I know, right? God damn, bro. He probably gonna be in solitary or something. They're not gonna put him in general pop, so he's not even gonna know what it really feels like to be in jail. He'll be out in like a month or two as long as he doesn't cause shit. And like I say, he'll probably be in because they're gonna say maybe his safety or because he's a celebrity or something. I could totally see them, not putting him with everybody else. So he ain't gonna know what it feels like anyways. He gonna know how to eat. He gonna be eating shit for 150 days. He gonna see what the prisoners eat. Man, that's one of the worst fucking punishments up in there. That trash that they fucking feed you, bro. Oh my god. And drinking water over the fucking shitter. There's so many different fucking tortures related to that shit. That's fucking torture. The sound of those doors closes.
Yeah.
Getting your ass up at like 4 a.m.
Did
for
you hear
breakfast.
about the?
Go ahead.
No, I was talking with. Well, this is some Louisiana news, but there was a like 4-year-old, some real young kids just above toddler, around toddler age, before they get to elementary school age. One brother killed his other brother. Well, I don't think they were twins, but they were real close in age because the parents left the gun in the car, left them in the car, and the gun was underneath the seat. They playing around. They ended up grabbing the gun and killing the one. Killed the other brother,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
this is
think
like,
I do remember that story. Yeah.
yeah, this just happened. That's actually my cousin's nephew's.
Oh, this just happened?
Yeah, this is like today,
Oh
yesterday,
shit.
maybe.
Damn, I thought you was talking about an older story. Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
That's what I don't really
I
like
know.
handguns. I don't really like handguns. I don't like the spirit of the handgun because I feel like it was made to kill a person. And I believe in spirituality. And I believe that handgun has an energy related to it just because of what it was made, the intentions of what it was made for. And people act differently when they have guns. And it's just like, it's like a spirit jumps into them. Like, they get possessed. You mad at some road rage incident and you end up shooting somebody and you was just mad in the moment and you wish you hadn't have done it. Spur of the moment. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I feel like rifles and like shotguns and stuff are better because you got to go through the whole process of like putting shells in there and cocking it and raising it. All of that is time for you to get your mind together and be like, wait, do I really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? The handgun is so quick. It's already loaded. A lot of times people don't be having them on safety. Pow! Real quick decision. Don't even have to take it off safety. especially if it's like a revolver. You just pull the hammer back. At least the hammer gives you another second to change your mind, because you could grab the hammer and put it down softly, change your mind. But that's why I like shotguns, rifles, and stuff like that, because you kind of gotta do a couple more steps. And also, those type of weapons are used for, hunting and shit. When it was made, it could have been made with the intention, the person who was making it, they could have been imagining someone using it to, hunt deer or ducks or something like that. So therefore, the energy that is transcribed upon it is not going to be malignant, if you will. Like, it'll be benign. It'll be not malicious. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just the way my mind works. I really believe in God. I really believe in God, and I believe that you walk the path of righteousness, and God protects you along the way. And if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But I also believe, as a God's creature, all the tools I need, God provides them for me. So like I just feel like this. I feel like if I'm in a situation where I need to, violence is necessary, I feel like the tools that I will need will be available to me, and I'll have the upper hand on my adversary. That's just how I feel. I feel like I could use my mind. You know what I'm saying? Their gun might turn into mine, or their gun might not matter. I have a fork right in my driver's door. I don't know why, but it's just random shit like that. I also have a bat. So, but that's just how I feel. You might not be expecting a fork to the eye. That might be something you didn't think was gonna happen. Now you can't see. How you gonna shoot me? You ain't gonna know where you shooting, bro. Doc says he'll get 3 to 5 times served. Just get him out. Probably will. I prefer swords. I love swords. My dad had a sword. He gave me one. I had it in storage. What did I do with it? I can't think of where that is. Did I lose that? It was a Zulu sword. It was a shortened Zulu sword. It was like a spear, but it was shortened. Really fucking cool. He had other swords too back in the days. That's crazy. I remember watching one of those episodes of Pawn Stars, and some dude had like a sword and he brought it in, and the damn thing was worth a whole bunch of money because it was like special as fuck. So yeah, you can invest in swords. Them hoes, they're probably not gonna depreciate in value either if it's if it's authentic. Some of those shits, they were made to be like indestructible and like last forever, like, and still as sharp as they were when they were first made. Like, amazing shit. I was reading about how they said they had swords that could bend all the way to a 90-degree angle and go back to their original form with no damage to the blade. That's amazing. Amazing craftsmanship. What can we make today like that? That shows the ancients, they were better. Could they make a sword like that today? If they could, it probably would have to be some of them people who had the knowledge passed down to them of how to do it. Anyway, I feel like I'm putting you out of sleep. Pat, you sent me a video. You sent me this video like twice. And I meant to go over it. Here it is. And then I got the Kelly, but this is an hour long. I got the Kelly video. I mean, I got a video on. Let me play that first because the life insurance deaths spiked in 2021, and this is after the supposedly got a hold of corona. But these are all different kinds of deaths. It's not necessarily related to corona. It's just there's been an uptick in deaths. The data has come out from these insurance companies. So let me play this. You heard what I was saying? What you say? What you say, Pat?
No, I'll just say the data is only gonna be useful to certain demographic, but
I don't know what you mean. It's across the board, all different kinds of deaths. It's because the insurance companies are the ones that have to pay out. So they have this data. So it's really good data. Let me play some of this.
Executive. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. So former BlackRock executive, I know BlackRock, big bad BlackRock, but he's a former executive. And he's an investment advisor, Edward Dowd. He sounded the alarm on Moderna and Pfizer as sinking ships that investors need to abandon. And I think that's going to get more apparent as we start combing through all this data that was dumped yesterday. So yesterday we received 10,000 pages of Pfizer's clinical trial data that they had submitted to the FDA to get full approval of their vaccine.
This is interesting stuff, y'all. Pay attention.
All of the data that they submitted. They gave about 400,000 pages, and we're going to be getting all of those pages within the next several months. So as people comb through all of that and they start to see some inconsistencies and start to see that there's some issues possibly that get exposed in that data dump, then Edward Dowd's prediction will be even more spot on. But Dr. Peter McCullough posted a clip of Dowd discussing fraud surrounding clinical trials with Christy Lay on Twitter. So let's watch this clip.
You know, I didn't personally take the jab primarily because I knew two things. Operation Warp Anything sounded like a disaster. Anytime you rush something, there's going to be corners cut. The drug was experimental because it normally, and the second thing I knew is it normally takes 7 to 10 years for safety data to be effective on vaccines. So with those two things, I just said, I'll wait and watch. That's all I knew at the time. Then around May, June, July of last year, we started hearing all the anecdotes, all the studies started coming in, the side effects, the deaths, the athletes dropping. You wouldn't find this on mainstream media. I'm an avid Twitter follower because I'm an investor, so I look for alternative sources of information. I've always been a seeker of the truth and information to make money for my clients back when I was at BlackRock and now for myself. So I was on the side effects early. I saw the VAERS database. And so I was very suspicious. Then around November, a friend of mine in the biotech industry pointed out to me that the all-cause mortality endpoint had been missed by Pfizer in the original clinical trial. And I said, whoa, what? I didn't hear that.
Okay. So what he means by that is when the clinical trial that was submitted, the data that was submitted by Pfizer actually states that there was no difference really in the all-cause mortality between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated group. So biologistics license application that was submitted, and it actually, this was given to the FDA to apply for vaccine approval in November of 2021. And it states in that document, quote, from dose 1, started on July 27th, 2020, through the March 13th, 2020 data cutoff date, there were a total of 38 deaths. Okay, 38 total deaths for everybody that either vaccinated or unvaccinated. 21 were in the vaccinated group, and 17 of those deaths were in the placebo group. And none of the deaths were considered related to vaccination, they said. So now, there were fewer deaths actually in the unvaccinated group and then there was the vaccinated group, although the margin of error is really minimal. So you can't say, well, there were more deaths, so maybe that was attributed to something like the vaccine or something. It was pretty much like there was no difference in deaths. So 21 deaths versus 17 deaths. In the clinical trial data, the vaccine group had 21,047 participants. And in the placebo group, there was 20,794 participants. So a difference of about 250 participants. So 250 more people were in the vaccine group versus the unvaccinated group. But there were 4 more deaths in the vaccinated group than the unvaccinated group. So again, I wouldn't read into that like the vaccine caused deaths or anything like that at that point, because that's such the margin of error. But it's very telling that there was no difference in deaths. And the point of the vaccine is to prevent you from dying. Now, also preventing severe disease would be a good thing. I mean, look, death isn't the only thing that can happen to you, right? You could end up hospitalized with big medical bills. Like, you don't want that either. So we're not really talking about that. But when it comes to the outcome of deaths, they missed that mark when it comes to their clinical trial data. So Dowd also spoke about life insurance companies seeing a major uptick in mortality in 2021 versus 2020. Here's Edward Dowd on Bannon's War Room.
Bottom line is this: the insurance companies reported this week we saw mortality up in 21 versus 20 despite vaccines. That's number one issue. Number two, we saw a spike in younger working age individuals, which also coincided with the vaccine mandates in Q3. So that's just devastating right there. And I also want to give just a quick 5 companies that reported some of the numbers we're seeing. These are Q4 benefit ratio results versus baseline of 2019 pre-pandemic. Unum saw plus 36%, Lincoln National plus 57%, Prudential plus 41%.
Damn.
Reinsurance Group of America plus 21%, and Hartford plus 32%.
Yikes. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of all-cause mortality deaths. These are not necessarily related to COVID. This is people dying of a lot of different things. And there's a lot we could take away from that. We could say, well, it was the lockdowns caused tons of harm to society. People are dying more of Alzheimer's. People are dying more of depression, suicide, I'm sure heart attacks and diabetes deaths. I believe all of those are up as well. So, and the insurance companies are up on this, right? Because they're the ones paying it out. They're the ones having to pay when somebody dies. So they're collecting all of this data. They've got a lot of data. And actually, when the insurance companies start coming out more publicly with their robust data, we're going to see an interesting battle between the insurance companies and big pharma. So it'll be big insurance versus big pharma, because the big insurance companies might start pointing the finger at big pharma and saying, your product didn't work. They could come out and say your product caused more damage. They could come out and say your product just didn't work at all. They could start pointing the finger at government and saying you guys and your lockdown strategies caused all these problems, because now we're having to pay. We're stuck with the bill. It's the insurance companies that are stuck with the bill. So insurancenews.net actually spoke with reps from life insurance company One America. And Jonathan D. Neal, the company's spokesperson, said, quote, based upon our analysis of Center for Disease Control national data, there has been a 40% increase in death rates for individuals age 18 to 64 years old. So 40% increase in death rates for individuals 18 to 64. Now, we know that with COVID, the risk of death is above the age of 60. So it's 65 and older. So this is the group of people that shouldn't be dying during this pandemic, and yet a 40% increase across the US when comparing Q3 2021 data to pre-pandemic data from the same period in 2019. So that is what they're seeing, 40% increase in a younger cohort. That's not so great. Again, we're going to see this battle play out potentially between big insurance and big pharma and government. Neal goes on to say that the impact for One America totals more than 100 million in group life insurance and disability claims for 2020, and in 2021, roughly 35 million and 80 million respectively. So the CEO of
They
One
should
America
have that
said, quote,
money.
"We're seeing right now the highest death rates we've ever seen in the history of this business."
Ooh.
That's not so good. That is pretty bad. Now, insurancenews.net also reports that not every insurance company is seeing the same trend of this high of rates. They all seem to be seeing an uptick, but not necessarily at the 40%. In fact, Foster's Financial, which also sells life insurance products, said they said that 40% mortality increase is stunning, but they said that Forrester's is having a little bit of a different picture there. They said, we're not experiencing that type of mortality. He said he wasn't, he didn't give the numbers, but he did say, I will say we have certainly experienced an uptick in mortality. So for him to say that, it must be noticeable. So they're having a noticeable uptick in mortality, but he's saying 40% is stunning. So it'd be interesting to find out what level of increase they're seeing. But it does look like every single life insurance company is seeing an uptick in deaths, and they're not all COVID related. I mean, COVID related, I suppose, if you want to say that they are for, the pandemic related, I guess. Now, Dowd is a financial guy, so of course he's going to give some financial warnings, and he predicts that we are closing in on some pretty dark financial times.
The global debt bubble is at its peak, and it's becoming apparent, given what's going on across the globe, that we're at the end. And due to that fact, we're going to see lots of crazy things in the financial markets. I think we're going to see the credit markets become unhinged, the equity markets become unhinged. The Fed got a reprieve from COVID when they were able to, at the cover of COVID, print 65% more money to keep this thing afloat. But we're at the end days here. And a lot of what you're seeing in the response from global governments is what I believe is setting up a system to, under the guise of medical tyranny, to prevent the riots that are going to ensue once this thing all unwinds. That's my personal belief, and I watch what people do, know what they say.
Well, I'm sure now, and this was before the war. He was saying this before we had this breakout, and so now, of course, they're going to be using the war as an excuse, and we're going to see a lot of, I would imagine, he's talking about them using overreach in government powers and claiming that it's medical, the pandemic, but we're probably also going to see it based on misinformation because Russia bots and all of these other things. So, but I think we all knew that the financial market was in real bad shape and potentially going to, I think we're definitely facing a recession, potentially even a depression now with the war. So, ominous stuff here. And again, he said all of that before the war. And this guy, Dowd, he's been ahead of the market trends throughout his career.
Yeah, man. That part this guy said right here. Let me play this again because this is what it is, so I won't have to say it myself.
Closing in on some pretty dark financial times.
The global debt bubble is at its peak, and it's becoming apparent, given what's going on across the globe, that we're at the end. And due to that fact, we're going to see lots of crazy things in the financial markets. I think we're going to see the credit markets become unhinged, the equity markets become unhinged. The Fed got a reprieve from COVID when they were able to, at the cover of COVID, print 65% more money to keep this thing afloat. But we're at the end days here. And a lot of what you're seeing in the response from global governments is what I believe is setting up a system to, under the guise of medical tyranny, to prevent the riots that are going to ensue once this thing all unwinds. That's my personal belief, and I watch what people do, know what they say.
I think people are going to be very upset once they really figure out that they, how horribly they've been getting screwed and how much they've been getting lied to. And when the bubble bursts, people are going to be mad. People are going to be pissed off. I think that's the case. So what do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about the deaths, right? The increase in deaths. I guess they're saying not related to COVID. What is the cause of it then? What do y'all think about that? And also the global market, We was talking about how like the events that's happening, a lot of these events are related to the dollar and basically the bubble of the dollar bubble that's gonna pop at some point. What do y'all think about that? I think I have something else. What was it? Let me look here. It's already 3:12. This is the snout episode, like Dave Chappelle. It's all the leftovers. Oh yeah, I know which one it is. It's this one. Yeah, we can watch a little bit of this, I guess. And we can't get nobody in here. Get some people in here. What do you think about all that, Doc? It's a pretty bleak outlook from what that guy was saying. This is a bit related, not politically, but more in like a spiritual kind of way.
Tools Tribe, piece of the TP Tribe, the Watatiri Nation. This is your brother Yosef, and I am back with another video. So, as promised, family, I told you guys I would do another video before the week was out on something I think you guys would like to hear. And in this video here, family, we're going to talk about cremation versus being buried. The science of being cremated versus science of being buried, okay? Now, to start this conversation out, family, we got to talk about some things that people may not see as positive, which is death, okay? So if you have a negative mindset, this video ain't really for you, because you may not really get what I'm trying to say, okay? But if you pay attention to what I'm saying, you will understand that what I'm saying is very true, okay? So before we get into the cremation and the burial part, which is very simple to understand, I want to get you guys to understand something about the life that you live. I want you guys to understand something about what you're experiencing right now. And the first thing I want you to understand is death is a transformation process, family. Okay? Death is not something that happens to you in a moment because somebody cut in front of you and you died in a car accident, or you was in the streets and somebody shot you, or you got sick, you got sick all of a sudden and just died. No. Death is a transformation process, and it's always creeping up on you. And out of anything that's going to happen to you in this world, one thing is for sure is you're going to die one day. That's a fact. And everybody knows that. So you should be preparing yourself to live your life to the fullest, because that's really what death is about. Preparing for death is about living your life to the fullest. And I'm jumping ahead of myself. But I wanted you guys to understand, first of all, that death is a process. It happens over time. So even if you do get in a car accident, it ain't something energy that you picked up in the last week. It's the energy you've been picking up over time until the energy of death was able to take you. That's something you guys got to understand. So nobody just dies like that. It's based on, you can call it karma, okay? But it's based on energy that you build up over time that eventually takes you out of here, okay? That's what it is. It's a transformation process. And once it happens to you, family, you're still not dead. It's a whole process to dying. It's a whole process to death. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that. Because your soul cannot go. Your body dies, but your soul cannot go. Okay? So I want you guys to really, really understand that, all right? Now, this is something that you guys really got to understand, because you're actually experiencing life while you're dying. Right? And that's simple to understand, because from the day you come out of your mother's womb, you're on the verge of, you're eventually going to die. So you're dying every day as you come out of the womb. That's a fact. You're not getting younger anymore. You're getting older. And we all know the older you get, eventually everybody meets their death. And it doesn't have to be anything negative. We live in a world where, especially because of Christianity and religion, we think that, man, I'm scared of death because if I'm not ready, then I can go to hell or heaven. A lot of people think that. But people are only scared of death because they're not ready for death. They haven't lived enough, right? They haven't experienced life, because life can only be experienced in a realm of death. You live in a realm of death. The material world, the physical world is death, right? It is death, it is destruction. It is not something that lasts forever. It decays over time. So you live in a realm of low vibratory energy, and everything down here dies one day. Trees, plants, and everything fades away. Everything with a consciousness down here, the form of it fades away in the physical form. It fades away. So you are in the realm of death. You need to understand that, family. You can call it a hell state. You can call it whatever you want, but that's what you are. You want a realm of death. So while you're here, you need to learn the lessons. Remember, life is not a lesson. Life is not a blessing. It's a lesson. Learn the lesson, lift the curse. So if you only experience life down here in the realm of death, then life can hurt you, family. Okay? Life can hurt you. So you need to learn how to live while you're down here, because you're dying. Everybody's dying. The question is, how much have you lived? So life can only be experienced on the third dimension. It can only be experienced on the third dimension through death. Okay? Because you're dying and you're trying to live. So what I mean by trying to live is, a lot of people think that they're living because they go to the club every weekend or they go to the bar. That's not living, family. You're just having fun. Living is not always about having fun. It's about having experiences. So you have to ask yourself a question. Are you having fun in your life, or are you having experiences? Some experiences you have are scary, right? Some experiences you have are scary, but it made you, like, you may learn how to swim for the first time. It may not be fun at first because you're scared you're going to drown, but it's an experience. And that experience is a tool that you can learn that can take you through life. You can learn how to swim, right? You may want to jump out of an airplane. It may be exciting, right? But it's also dangerous. But at the same time, it's living. So I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm saying that don't make your life based on fun, right? Starting a business is an experience, and it's scary, right? A lot of people are afraid to start their businesses. A lot of people are afraid to step out into the world, but that's a part of living. And you can only experience that while you're dying. So starting a business is not fun. It can be scary. Now, coming up with ideas are fun. When we're actually doing it, so say you start a real estate business and you're trying to buy so many properties a month, it can be scary, because what if you don't meet that quota? What if you don't buy that many properties every month? What if you start a food stand and nobody shows up? Some businesses fail. That's a fact. So starting a business can be scary, but it's a part of the experience of life. So that's what I mean by life is not always fun, family, but it should be experienced. And we live in a world where it can only be experienced through death, okay? Through the physical world, which is death, that we live in, okay? So you have to learn how to experience life and understand that it's a death process, family, okay? I had to write some notes down because I keep forgetting what I'm going to say a lot of time, all right? So, family.
I do the same thing,
I want
bro.
you guys to understand this. Life is uncontrolled chaos. It is chaos that can't be controlled. That's what life is, right? But you learn how to control life by understanding death and by preparing for death. You control life. Life is uncontrolled chaos. It is suffering. You can suffer. People kill themselves because their life hard, right? People kill themselves because they say their life is hard. Life can be suffering for a lot of people. You can struggle financially. You can struggle with your health, right? You can struggle in so many different ways in life, right? So you need to understand, family, that once you understand that you're not going to be here forever, you'll take life more serious. You'll take life more serious. So that's what I mean by going back to that. If you learn about death, you will actually learn what life is, because life is a part of death. Life is an experience that we have while we're dying. Right? You're asleep right now. When you're in the physical world, you're asleep. It's a state of death. Right? It's a state of death. So you have to understand that, family. You are not at your full potential because your consciousness is sleeping. You're trying to wake your consciousness up in a lower vibration. So I want you guys to understand that. So by starting a business for your family, leaving generational wealth, making yourself have a good name in this world, you are preparing for death. You are making sure the next generation is set, because you know one day you're going to leave here. So you go hard every day, right? You have fun along the way. You have some experiences along the way. But more importantly is you focus on your business. You focus on your business because you know you got to leave something behind for the next generation. And I'm going to tell you like this, even if you don't have children, leave something for your nieces and nephews. Try your best to leave a legacy, right? Because that's all part of the death process. I say this all the time, and I'll tell it again, I didn't really experience life until my daughter was born. I thought I was experiencing life.
Me too.
But when she was born, my world came down crashing because I started to realize I got to prepare myself for death. Because if I die today, I have nothing to leave this girl. Right? So I started the process of studying business, studying law, studying life in general. I started to have more experience. I started taking my daughter on different experiences so she can remember things, right? Having her see different things, because I know I'm not going to be here forever. And she still has to have experiences in her life. And I want to teach her how to experience life. Her life is her own. But I want to teach her the same thing, baby girl. While you going through life, you got to understand, have experiences so you can learn, because that's what you're here to do. You're here to learn the lesson. But at the same time, understand and leave something behind for the next generation. Leave some generational wealth for something for the next generation, because you're going to die one day. We're all going to go. Right? And we have to understand that. And once you understand that, family, it'll make you live more. So this is why a lot of young people are immature, because they're young. They don't really think about leaving this planet. But when you have something to live for, it's different. So it's like Martin Luther King said, a man who has not found something to die for, I believe it was Martin Luther King that said it. A man who has not found something to die for is not fit to live. I'll say that again. A man who has not found something to die for is not fit to live. Right? And what's that thing that Brother Bobby said years ago? He said, I think he said Leonardo da Vinci was on his deathbed, and he said, all my life I've been learning how to live. I should have been learning how to die. What does that mean? That means he should have been preparing for the day of his death. There's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to death. But if you ain't ready, and a lot of people, when they pass away, they regret what they didn't do on the physical world. So have experiences, have fun, but don't base your life on fun. Have experiences. Some experiences could be fun, but some experiences can be scary. The scary experiences will grow you. You will grow. Okay? And that's something you need to do. And that's something you're here to do. We need to challenge ourselves, family. Okay? That's so important, because it's funny, because when you live, you can suffer. Right? But when you die, what do they say? Rest in peace. So to some degree, there's a peace around death that people have in their mind. But at the same time, people are afraid to die. You know? I did a video on my Patreon a while ago based on the Steven Seagal movie, Marked for Death. And the title of the video was, everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want dead. Y'all remember that part?
Nobody want dead. Nobody want dead.
Everybody want to go to heaven.
I'm the original Jamaican Dundada.
All right, that was so funny. That's my favorite part of that
Nobody
movie.
want
that
dead.
Was so true. That was so true. Meaning that everybody want to have a good time and be in the heavenly state, but you got to die to get there. Nobody want to die, right? Nobody want to die to experience heaven, because people are afraid. Okay. So after the body dies, family, after you do experience death, which is in the process, the body still goes through a process of leaving the earth. Okay. When you pass away, family, you don't leave the earth immediately. Nobody does. Unless you have like a fifth dimensional body where you can just go to another dimension. But for the most part, 99% of the people on this planet, when they die, they linger around the earth for a couple days. Okay, they may disappear and then reappear somewhere else, and disappear and reappear somewhere else. That's usually what happens, right? Now, some people with a low consciousness, they just remember waking up in the other side. And they don't remember walking the earth for like a couple days after they pass away. That's actually what happens to a lot of people. So this is why when people die, they'll actually go to their funeral. That's right. There'll actually be people who will actually try to grab their relatives and grab their family members at funerals, because they don't understand fully what's going on. Right? They got in a car accident and they died like that, and their spirit was knocked out of their body. They died so fast. A lot of times people who pass away like that, they don't even know they died. So somebody walked up behind them and shot them in the head. They don't even know they died. So they're confused a lot of times. So they'll be trying to grab I've seen this stuff. They'll be at funeral homes, even in hospitals. I used to work in a hospital. And I've seen people die on the table, and they'll be trying to console their mother, to grab their wife. They'll be trying to do this stuff, and it don't work. And then they'll disappear. I'll see them do something, and then they'll fade away, right? And then sometimes they don't understand that they're putting more pressure and sadness on the family because they're trying to linger around. And sometimes the family members can feel them. Like, I can feel you, Dad. I can feel you, Grandpa, Grandma. I can feel you around me, right? And these people don't know, because most of our people haven't really practiced spirituality like that. They don't know that they should go on. You're hurting your family by lingering around, making them feel like you're still around them. You need to go on, you know, and you know, let this death process continue. So a lot of times they'll see the light, just like in the movie Ghost, and they'll just walk away from it. Once again, they regret, right? They didn't leave anything behind. They'll see their family suffering, struggling with money, trying to pay for the funeral. They don't have nothing. So they hate that, and they be trying to console their family. Well, it's too late now, right? It's too late. And family, this is why rites and rituals should be done over the body, or even after the body's gone, but really before the body. Some people do it after, but before the body is gone, the rites and rituals should be done if you're going to bury the body. Now, here we're going to burying and cremation. I don't recommend people being buried. Okay. At one time, I wanted to be buried because I didn't want my body to be burned up. But once I understood the science of it,
I do not want to be buried.
Right? Once I understood the science of it, it's actually better to be cremated, family.
I don't agree with burials.
It's better to be cremated.
I think they don't make sense.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I mean, you have cemeteries over the whole world eventually. The whole world gonna turn into a cemetery.
A lot of the body can slowly decay, and the person will literally walk around in a spirit world, the astral plane, for hundreds of years before they become conscious. That's right. They can walk around for hundreds of years, 100 to a few hundred years, depending on how fast their body decays, and they can become, you know, conscious. I mean, excuse me, and they won't be conscious, right? They'll be walking around the astral plane like zombies. I know, I see it all the time to this day. There's people just walking around just like they don't know where they are. They're walking in a daze. That's because their body's not fully gone. Their body's not fully decayed. So sometimes they can come back to Earth, back and forth to Earth. And that's not good. You don't want ghosts walking around, right? You don't want that. So this is why cremation is buried, because it will allow that spirit to go directly to where it needs to go in the astral plane, and it can stay there, right? It can stay there, family. And also it allows a person to wake up faster when they pass away. Okay? So the person will actually wake up consciously and know they're in the astral plane when the body's cremated. And it gets rid of all the energies left over in the body after death. Sometimes that happens. There's a lot of negative energies that's left over in the physical body after a person dies, right? So you're burning all that stuff up when you cremate it. I recommend people being cremated over buried. It's just the best thing to do, family. And I know that we live in a world where the majority of our ancestors have been buried for the most part. But trust me, family, when you pass away, you should have it in your will or something that you want to be cremated, right? Now, if your family is being buried, I recommend that you definitely set them up on the ancestor altar and start giving them energy and light and giving them food and water and stuff like that, because they're going to need something. The more energy they receive, the more they can wake up faster and they can know where they are. And I'm telling y'all, that's almost everybody that passed away that is not spiritual. They literally be walking around in a daze in the astral plane. They just will be walking around, and they can be taken advantage of. So help your family. Out of all the cultures in the world, African Americans, even Africans honor their ancestors in Africa. Native Americans honor their ancestors, but Black people in America are afraid to do anything like that. We believe in Jesus going to take care of it. Jesus going to take care of it, or Allah going to take care of it. We need to honor our ancestors. We need to do the thing that we used to do in the past. We need to feed our ancestors to help them on the other side. They need it. So burn you some ancestor money. Make some food for them. Light a white candle, talk to them, and help them wake up so they can know. And also, the more energy they receive, the younger they'll look. So say they die with an injury to like their head or something, right? Well, the wound would actually heal. Their astral body will actually heal the wound, and they won't look like that no more. They actually start to look younger. Okay, so feed your family. even if they were cremated, you can still do the ancestral. You know, you don't have to put the urn up there. You don't have to put the urn up there, family. You can actually just put their picture up there because their body's in the astral plane. So you can do the same thing. I do get that question sometimes. People wonder if their family is cremated, can they still? I won't recommend putting the urn up there, but I do recommend you can if you want to, but that person that could be I don't recommend putting the urn up there. I do recommend just putting their picture up there. You keep the urn somewhere else. Don't put it on the ancestor altar though. Keep the urn somewhere else. I recommend you focusing on their spirit, right? Not the ashes of their body, but their spirit, and feeding them ancestor money, food, water, everything they need, whatever they like. That's what I recommend, family. So if you bury a person, you must do the correct rites and death rites and rituals to prepare that body. So, and the reason why those things happen, so the body can actually be safe. Believe it or not, even after death, there's spirits and energies that come and suck up energy from the body. That's a right. That's a fact. So you have to protect that body so it can be protected even after death, because if it's just rotting away in the ground, they're walking around the astral plane and demons and everything can take advantage of these people. That's a fact. So they're being buried in Jesus' name and they're not protected. Your family. But if you put them on an ancestor altar and start feeding them energy and you ask the deities to protect them, like Baron Samedi or something like that, Anubis and stuff like that, they will protect those people and they will help those people. Okay? So I want to be very clear on that. If they're buried, they're not protected spiritually. And so that's why they need to be on the ancestor altar, because they can literally be they can be hurt. I told y'all about a family member of mine in one of my videos who, when I saw them there in the lower hell state, and entity came out of the ground. You guys can go back and watch this video. I remember, I did so many videos. I remember what the video I talked about it in. But in the video I talked about how a relative of mine was in a lower hell state. I went to go help them out and get them out of there. And I saw an entity come out of the ground with a Santa Claus sled. He had a sled, and in the sled was body parts.
Santa Claus.
And also like people like looking in the cage. And they was like, get me out, help me, saying all kind of crazy stuff like that.
Damn.
And the entity looked at me and I grabbed my family member and I just said, this one's mine. And the entity just kept going. And it was like some kind of zombie looking entities like pulling the sled. It was the most creepiest, weirdest thing ever. Right? So I was able to help my family member get out of that because they had a low consciousness, not because they was a bad person, their consciousness was low. And sometimes when you have a low consciousness, that's what happens, right? So yes, family, when you bury your family, they can be they're walking around in days. They can be.
Yeah, so what do y'all think about that? I think cremation. I don't agree with the burials. It's like if everybody got buried, then it should be it. And then where are all the cemeteries? Where are all the cemeteries? I do drive by a lot of cemeteries, but given that all the time that has gone by, there should be more cemeteries. Seems like to me, So that's already something that's fishy to me right there. But
There's something wrong with my phone? Oh, nothing serious. I'm Dr. Stewart.
Hey, what's up, JT?
What's
up? I was talking about being buried or cremated.
Greens for breakfast.
What would you prefer?
8-day-old collard greens.
Wait, can you turn down the TV a bit? Is that the TV?
Yeah, look.
The whole house smelling like a pot liquor factory. And he ate them. That was stupid.
I'll fuck around and get a copyright strike off of that shit.
So it.
What would you prefer, being cremated or buried?
I think I prefer to be cremated, man.
Spiritually. So that's why they need to be on the ancestor altar, because they can literally be
right. So
I told y'all about a family member of mine.
Wait, you got the video? You got the video playing or something?
Yeah.
I'm getting like a feedback.
Entity came out of the ground. You guys can go back and watch this video. I remember
it's like the earlier part of the video is playing in the background.
Yeah.
Talked about.
I'm trying to turn it off.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Cremated, buried. Yeah, because I always felt weird about burials, and it seems to me like it should be a lot more cemeteries. You know,
Yeah.
where the hell all these people that's been buried over all this time? Where are they? Where are the cemeteries at? You know, so that makes me wonder. And then I feel like the funeral business is a rip, charging people for these coffins and all of this stuff, and taking advantage of people when they're in a, you know, they're already in a, you know, they're in a grieving state, and these people are taking advantage of them. And so I just don't like the way we do funerals, and I don't like burials at all. You know,
Right.
I don't. I think it, and on the spiritual side, I think that it would be better to be cremated than to be buried. You know, I think that you know, I think that sometimes our ancestors probably didn't have no choice but to do burials when they didn't have. I saw this video where there's like a place like up in the mountains, and they don't have the wood to do cremations, and they're like Hindu, Buddhist, or something like that, and they like to do cremations for the bodies, but they don't have the materials to burn the bodies like that. So they kind of cut the body up and kind of like feed it to the like these hawks or whatever. These big birds, and it's like it's called an air burial. It's really strange, and the family members are there during the process. Um, and you know, it's just a sacred process because they have to, you know, the bodies carry disease, you know, and they don't have the ground, like they're on the mountain, so like they're on rocks, so there's nowhere to bury them, and they don't believe in burials anyways. It's against their religion, so then the way that they do it is that way. So, you know, and those birds eat the bones and everything, because they have those birds that eat the bones. They consume uh the whole carcass. And I studied different kind of stuff like that. I took a class about mortuary rites in ancient Greek or something like that, or Greek ancient, I don't know. I can't even remember the name of these classes. But we was studying different ways of people dealing with death, you know what I'm saying, different cultures, and like comparing and contrasting them, you know, to the way we do it in the United States. And it was really an eye-opening class. It really was. I think everybody should take a class like that, and learn how people deal with death around the world, and how they do their burials and death rites and so forth and so on. Because we was talking about these people who they go and they bury the body, and then they come back a certain number of years and they dig the body back up, and then they like do like a parade or some shit, and then they like after a certain number of days, then they bury him again. Like it's a lot of different ways to deal with death, you know, and different communities around the world deal with them in different ways. I think that the like I say, the cremation is a good thing. I think that's better than the burials. Some of the stuff he said was kind of deep, though. It made me think about a lot of stuff, like being in the other realm, and how, and people, that's why people don't like cemeteries, because they be worried about ghosts and stuff. You know, I don't know that I really feel that way, because I never felt that way at cemeteries. Although I feel like energies are real and entities are real. But I think that it's more like what he said, maybe a couple of days after they die, and then after that, no. I think so. I think that maybe you'll have a ghost hang out a couple of days after they die. But I don't think that ghosts just be hanging out and we just got a bunch of ghosts hanging out. I don't think it works that way. But I do believe that there's entities that exist in these different realms, because, and then he talked about chaos, just like what I was talking about in the show yesterday, about the ocean being chaos and order being like a boat floating on it. You know, the order is within the chaos. So it's like the life is within the death. the death is the sea or whatever, and life is the boat. You know, the idea that, you know, there's no life without death, you know. It's like the realm of death that provides the, you know, the opportunity for life, if you will, you know, an opportunity to exist. And I feel like that's also how life works forever, because I love the term life forever, or life means forever, something like that. And it's like, I love that idea because it's like life finds a way, you know, and life just finds a way. It just innovates to whatever the circumstances are and finds a way to continue. So death is one of the is life's, you know, greatest tool, because it uses death to regenerate itself. That way you can live forever. That's why I be saying, I think that if a person lived forever, there, you know, like they say the vampires, they say the vampire lives forever, and then they say the vampire is damned. And I feel like the because the vampire lives forever, that's the reason why he's damned. Like, to live forever is to be in hell. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like against nature and against God and against life, because life regenerates itself. So, and that's how it continues. Because if everybody, you know, if people lived forever, then what, at some point, I guess they decide to not live anymore, and then life will be over. Like, you know, that's like leaving the hands of life within, you know, these, you know, in the hands of the decisions of individuals. But life is not in the hands of individuals. Life finds a way to make it regardless of the individuals. You get what I'm saying? And death is a way that it does, is one of the ways. It's the process of keeping the life going forever. That makes sense what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Yeah, cause without, you know, that there is no life without death. So you know, you have to, they go hand in hand.
Like the yin and the yang.
Like the yin and the yang. How do you know what it's like to be dead if you ain't never lived? How do you know what it's like to live if you ain't never died?
And then the other part of it, where he was talking about just being alive doesn't mean that you're living. Like, we're not supposed to fear death, but we're supposed to find a balance, you know, between like pushing the edge and being safe. We talk about that before on the show. But to be, you know, doesn't mean you're living. Doesn't mean you're alive. It's like you have to live the life. You know what I'm saying? Life is for the living, meaning that you have to do stuff. Like sometimes you got to take risks. You know what I mean? You know, danger. You know what I mean?
Oh,
scary stuff. You know, you stuff that's scary. You do it. You know, that's a part of being alive. You know, and if you never did anything scary while you were alive, did you really live? You know? But there's always a balance to that, because you can push that edge too far and be like a daredevil and, you know, want to jump off the side of buildings and stuff, you know. So I'm not recommending that people do that, but what I'm saying is that you're not, if you plan it safe 100% of the time, then you're not living.
Yeah.
You got to come out sometimes and take a few risks. Yeah, man. What you think about that?
Yeah, man. That's what life is all about, living. But then to die is I don't know, but who to say you actually die though?
Right. That's a good question. That's a fair question. Who's to say you actually die? Who's to say you ever die?
I heard old boy talking about people be dead, but they be still reaching out for people.
Yeah.
You still feel their presence.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think about that? Have you had any experiences? Just talk about it. I'm gonna refresh my screen. What experiences have you had? You believe in ghosts? Have you ever had any experiences? I'm gonna refresh my screen. Just talk about it.
No, I ain't never had no experience with ghosts. But it's like every time somebody close to me die, it's like after we done buried them and had the funeral and everything, I always see somebody in the flesh that look just like them. Make me think that was the person that we just buried. I don't know if that ever happened to anybody.
Anybody else out there? Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder. Yeah, y'all let us know if any of that happened. What happened to Doc's comments? All your comments disappeared, Doc. Did they delete you? That's weird. All his comments are gone from my screen. It might just be because my screen just did some weird stuff, though. That could be it. I'm telling you, man. I'm end up getting another computer. I want the show to be badass. I bought a camera. It looks good. So you said you experience you said sometimes at the funeral you swear you see somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever felt stuff like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? When people, moving on to the other place or staying here but they already dead, or like, what do you think about that? Have
That's
you
what
ever
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, as they done died and had the funeral and everything, and like when my daddy died, I was on the bus, man, and I seen somebody on the bus with a bald head, looked just like him. You know, my daddy died of cancer, so he didn't have no hair on his head when he died. But when I got on the bus one day, and I could have sworn I walked right by that nigga.
Man. Do you think it could have been your own mental projection? You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of like tripping.
I don't know, but I seen him on the bus one time. You know what I'm saying? He went through his chemo or whatnot. I hopped on the bus one day and I walked by and I said, damn, it look just like my daddy. I don't know if I was high or I whatnot, but I could have sworn that whoever that was on the bus looked just like my daddy, man.
What else? Have you ever had any other kind of experiences like that? Can you remember having any? What about dreams? You ever had like a really horrible nightmare or something like that? Anything that's scary like that? Well, let me ask you this. Did it make you feel scared?
Oh, no.
You was calm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the bus, man. I walked by him, I looked. I said, damn, it looked just like my daddy. And I just kept on walking in my seat.
Yeah, but it didn't make you uncomfortable or nothing.
No. I just, I thought maybe I was just tripping or something.
Well, do you feel like the ghosts could hurt you? Like, I always felt like, because they're like in another realm, like they can't, I feel like the entities can influence you to hurt yourself or to hurt others, but they can't really do anything to you physically. That's how I always felt.
I don't think they could do nothing to you. I don't think they could do nothing to you physically, but they probably just try to persuade you to do something or whatnot, have an influence on you.
Yeah, that's what I think. And it's just like, so then when we think about ghosts, and what about like when we talk about demons or angels or whatever, spirits? So, do we distinguish them? Like, like a spirit, influencing you over your, on your shoulder, influencing you. Is that different from like the ancestors or somebody who died? What do you think about that? I'm gonna go to Instagram and do a bit of scrolling. 8 ways you abuse the narcissist. Is he relationship material, dating for potential? What are they talking about?
That what they say a ghost is. A ghost ain't nothing but a lost spirit.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So are the demons and angels really just ghosts? Can we distinguish a difference between them? Or are some of the demons or angels just ghosts? Or are ghosts just a totally different thing from demons and angels? Or can a ghost just become a demon? What do you think?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's just a thought, I'm not saying one way or the other, I'm just saying, it's something to think about,
Yeah.
Cause we always talk about that. So, but then I like the other thing for the video where he talk about, the ancestors, and we talk about that in a previous show, giving reverence to the ancestors, because, we want to say Jesus Christ or whatever, and we say in Jesus' name or whatever, but can we give some reverence to some of our ancestors that we knew for real? People that were really alive, and people that really did something for you in your life. There's some people that you had connection with. Because I think we should do that more. We haven't. We don't do that enough. We want to say Jesus' name every time. So, but what about Big Mama? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm curious as hell what the hell this is right here. This is, what's his name?
I didn't know.
Can you do
with the Gucci
anything
belt.
but
I'm an
twerk
H
the
Town ass
A?
nigga. I can't do nothing else but throw up this motherfucking H. Big Northside, big H Town. I'm talking about.
I didn't know. Can you do
with the Gucci
anything
belt.
but
I'm an
twerk
H
the
Town ass
A?
nigga. I can't do nothing else but throw up this motherfucking H. Big Northside, big H Town. I'm talking about.
I love him, bro. I swear to God. But that's why his ass still local, because of that damn attitude right there. But he's doing his thing local, though. He's making his money. He probably way more paid than the average rapper.
Who that was?
That's Club God. What's that nigga name? I can't think of his name right now. The fuck is his nigga name? Club God. B King. B King. You know B King. Everybody in Houston know B King, yeah. But he ain't that big outside of, like, he's real local. But he makes a lot of money because he owns his own shit. Like, he don't have no major label or nothing. And he has had hits on the radio. Like, he, going back more than 10 years. So, and he don't look like no rich nigga either. Look at him. Just a regular ass nigga. He always wear t-shirts like that. This nigga rich though. He richer than the rappers that be on TV and shit. All his money is his. He had that hit not that long ago, the one, how did it go? It was huge as hell. How did it go? I can't even remember that nigga shit because it's really silly. It's like stripper music.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the song right now. It was so big though. I'm gonna go back because I know it's a post about it because that song was big as hell. What was the name of that song? It's been a while now. It's probably been, maybe it's been a year.
King Kong.
Time goes by like a motherfucker. It's him and this chick right here. But I can't remember the name of this song. Yeah, it's her. She's on the hook. What's the song? Fuck. I'm sorry, y'all. This is local H-Town. Then Leave. That's the song. That's the song. Are they gonna play a clip of it here? That's the name of it. It's called Then Leave. How did it go? It said, get my head, get my bread, then leave.
Oh yeah,
Then
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
That song was huge. Let me see.
Bitch, and my bitches too. Take all these niggas money, walking in the know. Keep that bread, get that head.
Oh, what you tell that hoe? What you tell that hoe? What you tell her? Get that. That's a big old ass right here. Get that. Oh.
Anyways, that song was really big, and like I say, he's completely independent, so every dollar came to his pocket. I'm happy for his success.
Yeah.
Even though I can't see myself making that kind of stuff. Like, it would be so painful. And I follow him, and I be seeing him suffer because he performs at strip clubs and shit all the time. You could just see him, like, he doesn't drink. He don't drink. So he be up in the club like eating chicken wings and shit. Like, that nigga be bored as fuck.
Shit.
Waiting to do his show. But he getting paid. But man, I don't want to live that life. I used to live that life. I know how it feels being in them damn clubs and shit all fucking night, waiting to perform. It's really not that much fun, bro. It really kind of sucks.
Shit.
The crowd,
see that good life.
It seemed like it from the outside. That shit get old real fucking fast. It's the same damn scene in every damn club. It's the same damn bitches. I mean, like I say, man, it's exactly the same, you know, and it's fucking boring, bro. You just be sitting there waiting to perform, and then like most of us, after we perform, we out of there. Boom, I'm gone. If I don't have to be here no longer, I'm gone.
Yeah, like being on a job.
Yeah.
Clocking that.
Yep, I'm clocking out. I'm out of here. So that's what happens. It's really not as fun. And I was playing a clip earlier where Michael Jackson was talking about being on tour and how he don't like it. You know, that shit, it looks fun from the outside. But catching planes, being in hotels, being away from your family, having to sing the same damn songs over and over or make the same damn jokes over and over. That shit is not fun.
There go that shit. How you make Kool-Aid like Boosie? Voila, there go that shit.
Boosie's so funny. They just make it look glamorous from the outside. A big part of the music industry is giving the appearance of this, you know, lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? This rock and roll. Drugs, sex, and alcohol or whatever. Drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Just like this freaking image of living a life that's so wonderful or whatever. But it's a dream that they're selling these people. You know what I'm saying? Because for most of these people, like I say, it's not true. The jewelry is rented, the cars are rented, the damn place they live in is rented. they got fronted the little money that they do have, and they owe that shit. They in debt. Them niggas is the opposite of rich. Them niggas is more in debt than your ass is. So they gotta pay all that back before they make a dime. And a lot of these people, like even like the whole deal that they signed is just to, you know, they tell them go around, look like you freaking got money, look rich, you know, look like you flossing, look like you living a life. What's that dude's name? Moneybag Yo. He said in one of his songs, he said I get paid to floss and shine. Like, that's really what his job is. And so you sell this idea to everyone, people buying the music because they're trying to like study the philosophy so they could possibly figure out how to get into the lifestyle, which is fake as fuck. Not even real at all. People poor and struggling like a motherfucker. Half of them.
Ain't no better off than this nigga, huh?
Ain't no better off than me or you. They just on TV.
Damn.
And like fame doesn't equal fortune. People think that fame and being famous automatically means you're rich. There's no correlation between rich and famous. That's just some shit again that they've sold people, because the richest people out there are gonna be people you don't know who the fuck they are. They don't want you to know who they are. Best to believe. Elliot says, how long you been on tonight? We've been on 2.5 hours. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. It's 4 a.m. I'm scheduled to work in the morning. I need to check my schedule. I tried to give the shift away because I have to be there at 11. That means I'm gonna have to cut it probably soon, but hopefully not. And I can hang out with y'all for a while longer because I really want to go a little while longer. Damn it. What was I talking about? I was talking about the
Rich and famous.
Yeah, the being fake ass rich, because you know, fame doesn't necessarily equal money. You know, you can leverage your fame into money, you know, hopefully if you know how to do it, but you could totally be famous and it don't make you nothing. Be poor as hell. Poor and famous. You can absolutely be poor and famous. Absolutely. It's really true. And like I say, the most paid people that's out there are people you don't know their names.
Yeah.
You don't know their names. And they not no actors. They're not no movie stars. They're not rappers. They're not singers. They're not any kind of entertainers.
Yeah.
They're not stock traders. None of that shit. None of that shit.
Like your boy Bernie Sanders. What the hell he do for a living?
Well, Bernie Sanders is a politician, so, you know, and he sells books. So he makes his money from selling books. I want to say he's like a millionaire. I ain't gonna lie, but we could talk about that. I don't think that Bernie Sanders, you know, he just barely became a millionaire, and he's old as fuck. So he's been fighting for the people. I really do think he's been fighting for the people. He got rich off of a couple books he wrote, really having to do with him getting robbed out of becoming president. So I guess if you get robbed out of getting president, you get to write a book and you get to make some money off of it. But I think what a lot of people don't understand about the politics is, on the Democratic side, those are the motherfuckers with the money. A lot of times people don't realize that shit. The motherfuckers be rich. The motherfuckers be rich, you know. So, but on the Republican side, a lot of times those people don't have a lot of money. I'm telling y'all. I mean, this is not no judgment or nothing. I always find it weird how people think that the quality of the person related to how much money they have. Like, how how closer to God you are, how godliness or how righteous you are, how good of a person you are, it has any correlation to how much money you have. It has zero correlation. So I'm not talking about no kind of good or bad. I'm just talking about the facts. The facts are on the Republican side, those politicians tend to not be as rich or whatever. Like there's money in the Democratic side. Like there's a lot of money that pours into the Democratic machine. So and that's what I feel like. And a lot of times on the Republican side, those people are getting in for ideological reasons, for better or for worse, whether you agree with them or not. But those people tend to be getting into the game for ideological reasons. And the Democratic side tend to be getting in it to get paid. That's just how I see it. And I also see the Democrats getting paid to lose. Like losing is totally okay on the Democratic side. And matter of fact, we'll double your check for losing.
Oh,
it's crazy. It's really retarded. But it's complex. You have the ideological thing. So like I said, so somebody can run for Republican because they're ideological. They could also be very rich too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like their family. Like old girl Betsy DeVos, like she was ideological. You know what I'm saying? So the Republicans would be where she would try to get power using political power, but it's really about political power. It's not about the Republicans at all. It's about her own ideologies, like the ideologies of her family and shit, and the power that they're trying to ascertain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so sometimes it'd be money on that side, but that's like rare. Like those, like I say, sometimes it's like the evangelicals, because you got the evangelical families, they have a whole bunch of money and they might fall on the Republican side, but only again because of the ideological reasons. They're not in it to make money. Like Betsy DeVos wasn't in it to be Secretary of Education to make money. Her family's rich as fuck. She was totally not in it for money. She was in it for power and for what she could manipulate, things she could change, set up the market. And in the long run, maybe it was a little bit about money because they own those charter schools and shit, so they make money off of that. So making the government send money to charter schools and divert it from public schools, that helps her business model. So I could see that, but I think it was more of an ideological thing. It's the stuff that they're trying to accomplish, and they just find different ways to do it. And being the Secretary of Education at this moment was a reason to do it. So, but what I'm saying is, we just got on this because you asked about Bernie Sanders and him finally making some money, and people be talking about that. Like trying to say, I don't think that Bernie Sanders was really trying to like sell out for the people. Even though most of the Democrats, that's pretty much what they do. But look, there's exceptions on both sides. Because look, Barack Obama was rich as fuck already, so becoming president wasn't on in his situation. That wasn't for money either, because they was already in for money. So that again having to do with power. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Obama was more of like a puppet of powerful people. So they had their agendas. You know what I'm saying? And Obama was the perfect guy for that. And Obama gets all these kinds of like perks and like acclimates as a like his reason, his motivation is for acclimates and like legacy and shit like that. It wasn't for money, but that's still kind of like selfish reasons. Is very similar to money. It's not really ideological. It's not ideological at all. It's just kind of like looking out for myself and my family.
Yeah, he was on that hustle.
Yeah, on that hustle. Elliot says bread and circus, just like Hollywood. I would agree with you. Similar to Cali, everyone wants to stay there due to the weather, but shit looks like a third world country. Yeah, man, all the homeless. The weather is so nice, but maybe the weather is the reason why so many homeless are there, because it's never freezing and it's never like super hot. So that would if you're a homeless person and you move from state to state, You end up in California maybe because of the weather. I don't know. That's just me, my speculation. But yeah, so like that's interesting. He said, deep inside, I don't think politics is as real as it seems. You know, yeah, but it's important for us to I always say politics is my sports. People like to watch baseball and football. I watch politics. So I think it's just like that. It's sports. But at the same time, it's still important because this particular sports really actually impacts people's lives. The football game don't impact your life. You know what I'm saying? But what those politicians decide, the legislations and shit that they write, the stuff like that actually does impact your life. So, I would behoove everyone to become a bit more politically inept, or aware so that you can, because shit gonna fall in your lap. It doesn't matter where you are or how you feel about the politics, which side you're on, doesn't matter. The results of the stuff falls right into your laps. The decisions that they make decide right into your laps. You saw they just made us all wear masks and get fucking vaccinations, and they showed cards to travel. You see what they just did, and that was all political. So, but I think if people was more politically engaged and politically aware, they wouldn't have been able to do that the way that they did, because people would have been like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait 1 minute. Hold on.
A virus is a man-made disease.
Yeah, we got to be careful talking about that. But time has gone by now. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about that subject because I want to be careful. But viruses can also can naturally occur. They occur in nature, and they evolve in nature. You know, um, I took a class last semester, diseases of antiquity, and they talked about how and I talk about this like the cities, the sewers, the way we live our life is what causes a lot of these damn diseases and shit. That because our ancestors didn't deal with a lot of the diseases that we
Exactly.
that we deal with, but it's because of the way we live our life, the way we've designed our life. Like those sewer systems are perfect habitat for rats. They love that shit. Warm, underground water, endless food, and then they can move. They can move around the whole ass city with that shit. And them motherfuckers pack a lot of fucking diseases, bro. And then, but not only that, we do it. Our diseases that we have are all in those sewers, and those sewers are going through the whole damn city. They're distributed throughout the damn city. So the way we do that, our waste, is a big part of why we get sick in the city. So and how we spread it. It's almost always poop. It's almost always poop. And that's why I almost named the show today, because I was talking about hygiene earlier. I almost named the show today. You even though Corona's over, you still have to wash your hands. Something like that. I was gonna rearrange the words and figure out a way to say that. It's like, remember when Corona started, they kept telling everybody, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. They was putting on the big ass billboards and shit that you drive by. And it's like when I kept seeing that and I started thinking about it, I was like, damn, that means a lot of people not washing their damn hands. that could have been a lot of reason why Corona spread the way it did. Most likely that was a big factor. So the thing is, like I say, feces. People not washing their hands, and there's feces, literal feces on the phone. It's on the doorknob. It's on the wrapper for your Burger King sandwich. You know what I'm saying? It's on around your soda bottle that you just got from the corner store. It's fucking everywhere, bro. Because people not washing their hands, so they spread this literal feces around, and then we fucking all get sick. You rub your nose, you rub your face, and you put that shit in your mouth. Tell your friends to wash their fucking hands. And when you see somebody come out the restroom without washing their hands, you hear the water. You don't hear no water flowing. The water of them washing their hands. Fucking say something. It's good for your own personal health, but it's also good for everybody else. So they was talking about the damn masks. Wear the mask to protect everybody. Wash your goddamn hands, and you can protect every fucking body, including yourself. Elliot says they've perfected slavery. Does Facebook and YouTube ban you for certain topics? They do, especially the beer virus. They've been softer about it lately, and I'm already been got into trouble of multiple times, so I know what they be on. He says black mold is a huge issue, and we need to fucking recognize that shit. And then we was talking about the damn mask. There was a meme going around, and it was like your fan looked like this or your vent looked like this, and it's like we need to think about that. And mold. All the damn allergies and shit that we be having. A lot of these damn mold spores are a motherfucker too. They're hard. I want to say no temperature can destroy the motherfuckers. Like they're just like indestructible ass motherfuckers. They can lie dormant forever and shit. Like mold is a motherfucker. And anyways, yes, that mold is what's making us sick a lot of times. And in our homes, the air is worse inside our homes than it is outside a lot of times. And people need to open their windows and open their doors and let in some fresh air, because a lot of times the air inside your home is polluted. And a lot of it is polluted with mold spores. You have these carpets, you have the water that you didn't clean up, you have those vents that you haven't cleaned. You know what I'm saying? You blowing this air condition every day that's recycling the same damn air over and over and over. You're breathing fucking your own carbon monoxide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's probably something we need to think about more than some other stuff like catching the flu. So that shit can lead you to catching the flu or pneumonia or corona or whatever you want to call it. But what about the deaths? So that makes me think, because you're talking about the mold, make me think about earlier. I played a video. They said the deaths are up, and it's not that this is after the virus has been taken care of, or has been subsided since after the shot and everything came out. And it's like it's just been the insurance companies are reporting that they have controlled, the numbers are controlled for before the pandemic. A huge increases. One of the companies said 40-something percent in deaths that they have to pay out for in these insurance companies. What do y'all think that is? What does that mean? What do y'all think? Why do you think that's happening?
Well, I was told, man, that 85% of the American population about to die due to this corona, man.
I think corona is over. I think it's over. Like, just like the media has moved on to Ukraine, I think corona is over. But it's still a lot of people are dying. These insurance companies are reporting data that shows that they have an increase in deaths. And it's a wide range of deaths. So, people are committing suicide, people are overdosing. I think it's deaths of despair. We reevaluated our lives during the pandemic and made us, relook at ourselves and relook at our lives. It drove people apart. People can't see their family and relatives. It made, caused some people to be even more reclusive. It basically separated us more. That's what I want to say. That's what the beer virus succeeded in doing, was success, separating us more. And I think that we're, like I say all the time, we're herd animals. We're a group creature. We thrive off of each other. We work with each other. We help each other. We build and support each other. We needed that emotional support. We need to be in groups. And that makes us healthy. You know what I'm saying? And that them separating us the way they did is causing us to be less and less healthy. You know, so we end up dying from other stuff, random things, even killing ourselves, random shit, diabetes, whatever, even car accidents, alcohol poisoning, the whole nine. As a result of us not feeling that connection. Like, I think that's why I be saying people need to look at people in their eyes. You know, you need to do eye contact. A lot of times when you walk by someone or you see someone, acknowledge their presence some kind of way. A head nod, eye contact, whatever you want to do, a thumbs up, a smile. I think a lot of us feel so separated. We feel invisible. There's an old show. There was a Twilight Zone that always sticks to my mind, where they made this. They wrote like a letter on this guy, and that was like him going to prison because he got in trouble or whatever. He broke a crime. He did a crime, but they didn't put him in jail. They just wrote like a letter on him, and so then the whole society would act like he's not there, and that was his punishment. And it was so heavy and deep and horrible, bro. Like, I think that most people would fucking kill themselves if they got punished that way, because that's how brutal that shit was. In the episode, you could see how he was like, I'm here, I exist, I'm real. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody see me? He was just screaming. And it was like every time, you know, he'd run up to somebody and shake them and be like, can you see me? And they would just like act like they didn't and just keep on moving. And then, like, man, that's horrible. So that's the punishment that we have done to each other, is that super horrible punishment of a lack of acknowledgement, you know, not acknowledging that we exist, you know. That's what we need to do, like, as humans, humanity, you know, we need
Acknowledge
to,
one another.
yeah, just that alone, you know, like, I see the human in you and I nod. We don't have to agree on nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree on nothing. We're both humans. Let's acknowledge the humanity in each other and get on with our day. And I think if we just did that more often, you know what I'm saying, that would change the world overnight. Just the homeless person you just walked by on the side of the street, you look the other way because you don't want to see them. You know what I'm saying? You want to ignore them. You want to pretend they don't exist. You feel like they smell bad, or they're dirty, or it's an eyesore to you. No, I think what you need to do is you need to look at that person, and this is the very least. Give them some eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that you see them.
Right.
And it don't have to be a homeless people. We are all struggling. We all are struggling with this. We all have this, you know, bubble, you know, that we live in, and we can feel it can make you feel super, super lonely. So it could even be your family members, you know. You know, you walk past them all the time, you know. You don't really acknowledge them. We need that acknowledgement. Say, I see you. I know you're there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say I love you, but that would be good too. You don't have to give them a hug, but that would be good too.
Oh,
Just the acknowledgement, just recognizing that they exist, you know, and you see them, because that makes them feel like they're alive. That reminds them that they're alive.
they need to get up and do something.
Yeah, that's what it is, y'all. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting tired. My mouth is getting dry because I'm doing all the damn talking. What's been on your heart, JT? What's been on your mind? Anything you see in the news? Anything you've been thinking about? Tell us a story.
Oh shit.
Tell us a story. It don't have to be a real story. You can make it up.
Oh man, I was in a car accident. This is what I want to ask you, man. And it was this lady, man. She ran into my truck, man. And I went to the therapy, and now they saying the lady insurance ain't valid. What I need to do about that? I want to
You need
ask Deuce and your boy about that because they truck drivers.
You need a lawyer.
I got a lawyer. The lawyer talking about the lawyer talking about she done went and did some bullshit. Well, now I gotta pay for my own physical therapy. She had canceled her insurance or some shit.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It doesn't matter if you canceled your insurance. At the time of the accident, whatever insurance she had coverage has to pay if she was in the wrong in the accident. It's real simple. So if your lawyer is not helping you with that, you need to fire that lawyer and get another one.
Get another lawyer. Go through my insurance company or something, huh?
Because even if they can pursue her for damages. There might be a situation where maybe, like, I don't know, the insurance company goes out of business, or there's some reason why they can't collect from the insurance company. In that situation, then the damages would have to be collected from her personally. So in that situation, it would probably have to turn into like a civil suit or something like that. I'm not a lawyer, y'all. I'm not no fucking lawyer, so I'm not giving no fucking law advice. But it just sounds like I don't know. I'd have to know more details about it, but damn insurance companies are scams. They don't ever want to pay. Somebody has to force them to pay all the time, every time. They never want to. That's the business. That's their business model. Their business model is to take in money and never pay. So that's what they do. So it is what it is. Damn it. Thinking about a lot of shit. I need to get my ass back in the fucking gym or do something. Being a fat ass, man. I'm so fucking fat and lazy right now. I'm a fucking big mush. I'm watching this chick do these damn squats with one leg and shit. I'm feeling like a fucking marshmallow right now. I forgot what I was gonna say because I totally need to start working out. My brain is on that. What is happening here? I don't want to hear nobody fucking screaming. What the fuck they do to that little girl? They love to show. Anytime you got tanks driving down your street, it's not a fucking good situation. Damn, bro.
Shit, they finna come to America next.
That shit look like some post-apocalyptic, like the damn zombie apocalypse.
А второй что стоит? За ним.
Damn, bro. You do not want to be in that building at this time. You don't want to be in this city at this time.
Nowhere in that country. They just blowing up everything.
It's like a big ass gun, just like busting shots. Bow, 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 bow. If your ass is in that building, your ass is in trouble. I guess they're trying to make it look bad because it's like the Z stands for Russia, so that's a Russian tank. And so, but then you can see that it's blasting off on a civilian. It looks like a civilian building, looks like an apartment complex. Like so, but that's the propaganda because, of course, they're trying to make it look like Russia is attacking civilians and shit. But we don't know the context of this. It's probably enemy soldiers holed up in these fucking residential buildings. I would, without me knowing anything, I would guess that that's what it is. Let me read the caption. It says a Russian tank has been recorded firing on residential apartment buildings in Mariupol. A new satellite imagery shows the devastation inflicted on besieged port city. So yeah, so like I said, the whole point of this clip is to make Russia look bad. Who posted this? Hindu U.S. Times. I wonder. Let's read the comments. Beautiful photo, hearts. Whoa. What country are you in? Somebody says heartless. Fair came from inside, so tank also fair. Yeah. So I think that they were getting fired upon. I think the tanks were getting fired upon from that building. We can't see that in this clip. And then it says so much loss. Oh shit, it's a bunch of comments. Let me see. Ukrainian soldiers, residential building, Russian tanks. I can't read that. It's like in Russian or something. The Azov battalion monsters are hiding in residential areas purposefully to draw Russian fire. Their Azov Ukrainian fighters are not even allowing civilians to lead. So that sounds like what I just said. Like they're probably using the civilians as fucking hostages, as like protective shields to try to, because the Russians don't want to hurt the civilians. They're going in light. It says unprecedented military aid sent by the U.S. and Europe to Ukraine. Ukraine, the backdrop revealed. Russia attacks military base on Polish border. Where do weapons, ammunition, and money enter Ukraine? Trains departing from borders, including Poland, carry weapons, ammunition, and money, putting the lives of fugitives at risk of death. Those who remain in Ukraine are human shields. That's what I just said. Behind every window, there is a sniper, whether in a hospital, churches, residential condominiums, barricades, monuments. Why is U.S. Europe involved in this armed conflict? Why does U.S. Europe despise the Ukrainians' greed? Why not declare surrender and save the lives of the thousands who are forced to remain in the country? Only then saving people would have a chance to start over. Ukraine, the backdrop revealed. I think our Western media all pushing for like war and saying poor Ukraine and cry for Ukraine is really just causing the war to continue to go on, and which in turn is going to just call more Ukrainians to die. Like it's such a flip switch. They got y'all on your heartstrings, but y'all are supporting some shit that's causing more people to die. They should surrender. They're not going to win against fucking Russia. Come on.
No.
It says, don't make it look bad. There could be a sniper or enemy troop or equipment there. Hey, daddy, I've been a good girl. Damn, that's random. Hey, I'm so lonely. Oh, my God. Fucking, what channel is this? Let me get out of this. The fucking bots. Oh, shit. Do you remember Maya?
Maya?
She had that one hit song with, she maybe had two other pretty big songs, but really she only had one really hit song when she was kind of a kid. I've been a fan of this chick. We're about the same age too. I was talking about the twins, the Olsen twins. You know, remember Maya?
I remember Maya.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the song.
On Saturday, April 23rd at the Masquerade to celebrate the 6th anniversary of the group. Come out, experience a true R&B party with true R&B music and fans. Get your tickets now. See you there. Details, as always, on MayaMaya.com/events. Can't wait to see you. What up, ATL? It's your girl, Maya, and I'll be in your city on...
Yeah, she's still so beautiful. Wait a minute. She got a tour with somebody. Who is the other person? Who's this? I recognize the face. Is that who the fuck is that? Is that Faith? Who is that? It don't say on the Femi and forward. It doesn't say. Who's the other person? She's
Ashanti.
Ashanti. That's who that is. Okay, yeah. And they from about the same era, so that makes sense. Ashanti look is bad to the motherfucker too. I would go watch this not for the music, just to freaking see them.
Tickets are now available at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Live Nation, by the way. And all tour dates you can find on mayamaya.com/events.
Just to see them in person, bro.
Yeah.
The audience probably gonna be a good crowd too, like so. It probably would be fun. But you know me, I'm sitting here talking like I would do it, but Lord knows I hate large groups. I get fucking claustrophobic and I get fucking anxiety attacks if it's too many fucking people around and I can't move and shit. It's people behind me, people in front of me, people on the left, people on the right. Oh hells no! It's time for me to go. But then too, their concert probably not gonna attract too many people. God forgive me. No knocking on you, Maya. I'm sorry, but I'm sure there's not gonna be. I went to a damn Lupe Fiasco concert, and I don't know, man. 200 people, man, less than 200 people was there, bro. Like I was like, this is Lupe Fiasco. It was at the Warehouse Lounge. So this venue can hold a pretty good amount of people, man. Wasn't that many people there. And I was very surprised. So it looks like they got Faith Evans too. SWV. These are for the old heads.
Yeah, I remember SWV.
Yeah. She looked good. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Whoo. Lord.
Salt and pepper.
Yep, salt and pepper. What y'all up there? Let me read the comments. What's the best way to stay in contact with you, Chaka? Instagram. I'll be on Instagram every day. Follow my Instagram. It's either King Chaka Ent or it's CHAKKAP at Chaka P or at King Chaka Ent. One of those. Both of those will probably work. Yeah, Instagram. I'll be on Instagram like all day, just like I'm scrolling Instagram right here on the show. I literally be on Instagram. I don't be on it all day. I mean, that's the one that you will find me on. I mean, I could put my phone number up here, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, you can private chat me. I'll text you my phone number. You can hit me. But then my phone ain't that good way to hit me either unless you texted me because I don't answer phone calls. Everybody knows I don't answer phone calls unless you call me twice back to back. That's the code. Otherwise, I'm not answering. I don't answer phone calls. I feel like they're like an invasion of my privacy and shit. And I'm always busy. I'm always doing shit. So if you want to reach me, you got to hit me on the text. And I'll hit you back at my convenience. But I do return texts. I'm not going to leave texts hanging. Unless you're talking some bullshit. But for the most part, especially if you hit me with like a straight up question or something, yeah, I'll hit you back on text. Oh shit, am I sharing this? See, I don't be knowing what I'm sharing and what I'm not. What can y'all see? Y'all can see that. Okay. I don't be knowing what the fuck is on the damn screen. I gotta be better with that shit. It's gonna get me in trouble. Plus this damn Twitter. I be on Twitter and Twitter is dangerous, bro. How many of y'all be on Twitter? How many of y'all prefer Twitter? Do you fuck with Twitter, JT?
No, I don't fuck with Twitter.
I ain't gonna lie, I've never understood it. Ever since I got a Twitter, and I've been having a Twitter for years, but I never understood it. I tried to understand it, but I just don't get Twitter. All of the different social medias are different. You know what I mean? The crowd that's on there is different. The way they use it is different. It's like, I don't know. They understand. Like Snapchat. I don't get Snapchat. Do you have a Snapchat?
Nah, I don't have a Snapchat neither.
I don't get Snapchat. I have one, but I don't really understand Snapchat. And TikTok is another one. I think I understand TikTok. I just don't like TikTok.
Yeah, I ain't got that neither. I don't think I see it.
I don't like TikTok.
I'm new to these computers, man. I ain't on none of this.
Well, I be on the gram. That's where I be at. And I don't fuck with Facebook. I do have Facebook, but you ain't gonna never be able to reach me on there. No fucking way. You could send me a messenger on Facebook because it sends me an email on that, but I ain't gonna say I'm gonna reply to that because I get a lot of fucking Facebook messages. I have like over 12K. You know, I got over 1,200 friends on Facebook. I wish the motherfuckers would come follow my damn YouTube. By the way, let's plug the YouTube. King Chaka Ent Deux. It's Deux. King Chaka Ent Deux. Please go to that page for the live streams on YouTube because I've lost a big chunk of my audience because YouTube is trying to delete me, and I'm afraid to. I'm not gonna live stream on YouTube for a while, so that's why I created the backup page King Chaka Ent Deux, and I'll live stream there for a while until all of those strikes fall off, and that's like June. I probably will end up live streaming before June just because I'm fucking like it's gonna be hard for me to fucking wait that fucking long. But meanwhile, I'm still on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, and also you can get the audio versions on Anchor, Apple, and fucking Spotify. But YouTube is the main fucking goddamn, bro. They like a monopoly. So I really like for this page, and that page is over 220 subscribers now. I'm over like 40. I'm like at 50K views now. That page is blowing up. That's why they're coming for it. They're coming for that fucking page because of the shit I be talking about. So I'm not gonna let them get me. I do way too much work to build that page up, and I'm building this brand, this King Chaka Ent brand. So that's another reason why the name of the other page is King Chaka Ent Deux, because I'm not gonna let them fucking take away my brand, bro. Fuck that. So even if they delete that page, I'll have the King Chaka Ent Deux page. But I'm not planning on that page being deleted. That's the reason why I'm not live streaming to that page. So I don't know how to get the message to the people that are subscribed to that particular page because they can't hear me right now. But I don't know. Tell your friends, whatever. King Chaka Ent Deux. That's where the live streams will be. At some point, I will be live streaming on the original page again. But until then, King Chaka Ent Deux. Deux. King Chaka Ent Deux. You know, and you can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, Anchor, Spotify, and Apple. So check us out. Tell your friends, like, share, and subscribe. Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. Yeah, man. So, bruh, JT, tell us a story, bro. Tell me a story. Something that happened or didn't happen.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What we do today? Went rented a car today, man. And shit, waiting on little mama to come home from work now. So what we gonna do today is We're gonna do our little old service. And I guess shit, I'm gonna try to see if she can get up and take a nigga fishing or something.
Man, I want to go fishing. I've been thinking about that for the longest, but it's been cold. The moment it's warm, bro, my poles are in my car. The moment it's warm enough, so I don't like to fuck with that weather like that. If it's raining or cold, nigga, if I'm already on the fishing hole, because I'm an outdoor ass nigga anyways, and if I have equipment, proper attire to deal with the situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you get on that water, it get colder.
But I'll do it. But going out there when it's raining or cold, I'm not gonna do that.
Yo. It's the perfect time now. It's the springtime, so
Yeah, this is perfect, but the weather is too fucking chilly, bro. It's 39 degrees right now, bro.
Yeah.
And I like to fish at night a lot of times. I'll fish all fucking night. You probably done been with me before. Have you been?
Yeah.
You been with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to fish at night, so and because I don't like that sun either, nigga. Shit, that shit get hot as fuck.
You ain't got nowhere to run.
The fish don't be biting that much when it be hot anyway. So
right.
I like to fish early mornings, late evenings, or throughout the night. Usually I'm gonna fish evening and throughout the night until the morning. And then until it gets fucking too hot. As soon as it gets too hot, that's when I'm done. But I've been fishing for a long time by that point. And I'll be ready to go.
Yo. See, we get together do that one day, man.
Bro, I'm going. I am not bullshitting. Very soon, as soon as it's warm enough, I'm going. And I've been talking to my roommate. We're talking about going to the beach, and I like to go to the beach and barbecue out there at nighttime. That's what I do. I dig a hole, and I build a fire, and I cook fresh meats and shit like that out there. It's really, really, really a good time.
Oh, yo, shit.
I really love it. I might even do fishing when I do that. But usually when I do that, I don't fish. But I might fish at the same time. But usually that's a lot of work and I have to tend to the situation. If I had somebody else with me that could tend to like the fire and things like that, I could probably fish. But usually I don't. I'm with the kids and shit like that. So I got to tend to everything. So, and then beach fishing, I'm not very good at fishing like off the beach. That's some tough shit. Like, and then you gotta wait out there. And then when it's nighttime, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That water is scary at nighttime because you can't see in that shit. And then I know too much. I know how the ocean does, and a lot of the deeper creatures come more closer to the surface, and a lot of animals that be further out come more closer to shore at nighttime. They know you can't see them. So. Yeah, waiting out there in that water at night is some scary shit to do.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
I did it a few times, and like the last time I stepped on a fucking crab, bro. I stepped on a crab, and I don't know, that shit fucked me up, bro. That stepping on that crab fucked me up because at first I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the fuck was that? I saw it swim away a little while later. That's how I knew it was a crab. But that fucked me up. I'm like, man, I'm not walking out here at nighttime walking in this damn water. Fucking crabs and shit. No telling what the fuck else is out here.
Shit. Yeah, gotta have a pill, some, huh?
I don't know, man, but I ain't fucking with that shit. But I'm going fishing soon, as soon as it warms up. Like the next warm day, I'm going fishing. I'm not bullshitting.
All right, come get a nigga, man. I got my pole in the garage.
Yeah, we can do it. Definitely. You still over there? You in Mo City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Hell yeah, I'll fucking get you. You just gonna have to be down for the long haul because if I go on fishing, bro, ain't no telling when I'm fucking, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be done.
All right.
Yeah.
Shit, as long as you know where to get a pack of that spinach at, man, I can take with me.
Oh yeah, I always bring snacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hate. I hate, and I always like to have plenty of bait. I hate it when it's something that makes you have to leave from the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Even to go get something to eat. I don't want to leave for nothing because if I leave, I might not come back, and then that's the end of the trip. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens a lot of times. You know, a lot of times that happens. So I bring plenty of snacks, plenty of stuff to eat. I always bring more food than I need. I always bring food back because I don't like to be out there hungry and shit like that. So I'm gonna have drinks. I'm gonna have food, like not just food like potato chips. I'm talking about actual food like sandwiches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some meat, something that's gonna hit your stomach and you won't be hungry no more. Because you can eat potato chips and still be hungry as fuck. But see, like I say, when I go fishing, I'm gonna be out there for a while. So like some potato chips and some peanuts and stuff ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna need some actual food. Usually, and a lot of times I stop and get something to eat on the way and shit like that. So I make sure I'm full when I go out there too. So I make sure I'm full when I go out there, and then I bring plenty of snacks, plenty of other stuff to eat. Yeah, man, I'm going soon, man. That's what I've been thinking about. It's funny that you say that because it's been on my mind heavy. It's been a while since I've been fishing, actually. Last time I went fishing, I went to Lake Houston. I went fishing overnight with me and my ex. We went fishing. That's the last time I went fishing. I didn't even catch none that night. She caught some fish that night. I was too busy like helping her and doing all kinds of shit. I wasn't like fishing because you know me, I go out there by myself. Like I be fishing, bro. Like that's what I'm doing. Like we are fishing. So the thing is, a lot of times people that I go with, that's why I don't go with a lot of people because I'm fishing, bro. Like whatever other shit you own, like yeah, we're gonna smoke something. We might sip on something or whatever. But I'm not gonna be like cuddling and listening to the radio or something other than fishing. I'm not gonna be doing that.
Right. I'm watching my line, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm putting bait on hooks. I'm casting reels. I'm reeling in reels. I like to fish with like 2 or 3 rods every time too, man. Because I like to be busy, and I love saltwater fishing too. I like to go to San Jacinto River where it hits the bay, because then you get that freshwater and saltwater mix right there. So you got like you could catch literally anything out there. No telling what the fuck you gonna catch out there.
Yeah. See, that might where we need to go then, man.
Yeah, I got a spot. I got a spot. Seclusive as nice as little spot over there that I go to. I don't tell nobody about it because it's really private property and I just be sneaking on there. So I don't leave no mess. I clean up after myself. I hate people who leave messes when they go fishing and shit like that. And usually when I go fishing, I clean up other people's mess because it's always a mess. It's always some trash. Stop leaving y'all trash, bro, when y'all go fishing, bro. That's not cool. You know, that's not cool. It don't matter. You like, oh, it's not my house or whatever. Whoever, even if it's public property or if it's whatever the fuck it is, don't leave your trash out there. That's fucking nasty. And it's disrespectful to nature. So when I go out there, I don't leave. I make it a habit to gather up any trash that I have produced. Now, sometimes the wind or catch a bag or something like that, it happens. I hate that. It's sad. And I try to make sure that doesn't happen. I try to do things to keep from like that happening because a bag blow away, and it's in the water now, and I can't get to it. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? But that sucks. I just pollute it and I just, hurt the environment. I don't like that shit. And like I say, whenever I go out there, I always pick up other people's shit. It'd be nasty too sometimes. Like it really sucks. Like somebody left like a bag of shrimp bait and they just threw it out by the bank or something. That's fucking gross. And it stinks. It's nasty. It's got flies and shit on it. But I'm gonna take it with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna dispose of it with the rest of my trash that I accumulated when I came out there. It sucks, but and any like bait, I throw the bait into the water. Any leftover bait. I like to buy bait from HEB, y'all. The damn bait stores be robbing a nigga. I go to HEB and get the same shrimp and stuff that you eat, that you cook with, at a better price than this old ass, stinking ass fucking bait that they fucking got at the bait store.
Yeah.
You know? And I do like to use live bait sometimes, but a lot of times that should be like end up being wasteful too. But it's fun. It's fun to use live bait.
Yeah, I like to use them little old minnows, tadpoles, minnows.
Minnows or shrimp, whatever.
Yeah.
Live.
Live minnows.
Mm-hmm. Live minnows they be slipping out of your finger all the time, and they be like I say, a lot of times I feel like a lot of times they're a waste. I really love using shrimp for bait because of the way it fits on the hook, and then it seems to be cleaner than some other baits to me. I hate my hands to get all sticky and nasty, like using like liver and worms. Worms work really good for bait, but they so gross to use, bro. Like, ugh. That shit all on my hands and shit. I be using gloves. Y'all might think I'm weird, but I'm a bit of an outdoorsman, but I just don't like shit on my hands. That's the reason why I'm not a mechanic. My dad and my brother was both mechanics, but I fucking don't like my hands to have crud all under my nails and shit. Like, I don't like that shit. It fucking bothers me. So same thing with when I go fishing. I be using. I don't use gloves the whole time, y'all. Nah, don't get me wrong, y'all. Come fishing with me, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'll use gloves sometimes, depending on the situation. So like I say, like if it's some liver and shit, like I'm not trying to have all that shit on my hands. I'd rather just the shrimp. I can grab that with my hands. It's not so bad. It fits on the hook really good. Stays on the hook really good. The fish love it. All different kinds of fish love it. So that's my go-to bait.
Yeah. And then they got this shit called chum.
Well, chum can be whatever. I chum the water a lot of times. Usually I chum the water every time I go fishing. I ain't gonna lie, and it don't even matter what kind of water. If it's salt water or fresh water, I'll chum the water a bit. I think it helps. It attracts the fish. They bring them in. And hopefully when you chum the water, you want to chum it with like the same kind of bait that you're gonna be fishing with, because you give them some freebies, but then some of them freebies might have a hook in it.
Yeah. So shit.
Yeah, man. I think everybody needs to know how to catch food, and
get to that
crabs.
time.
You remember like getting to some crabs or getting some crawfish or something. Like if you ain't got no money, you got a couple of dollars. Shit, you could turn that couple of dollars into dinner. You know what I'm saying? Because that couple of dollars, you use that for bait, and you go get you whatever, some crabs, some fish, and you take that home and you feed the family.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go catch me a couple of them big fish and bring them back home to little mama. So that's mainly all I cook. She be cooking that other shit. I cook fish and eggs and.
Yeah, that's what I ate tonight. I had salmon. I really love shrimp and fish and seafood. That's really what I be eating a lot. But I catch and release a lot of times because I end up wasting the fish because I hate cleaning the fish, bro. That goes back to the shit being on my hands. I hate cleaning fish, bro. Scaling fish and cleaning fish gotta be the most like labor intensive as like piece of work. Now cutting the fish and cooking it, I'm down with that. But cleaning it and fucking scaling it, I'm off that shit. Or if it's like a catfish and skinning it, man, I'm all the way off that. So that's why I catch and release a lot of times, because I know most of the time I'm probably not gonna clean the fish, and I hate wasting fish. So if I caught it, I need to eat that shit, or somebody need to eat it. I'll give it away to someone. Hopefully they eat it. But I hate, end up just catching a fish, putting it in your freezer, and it just stay there forever. Like what the fuck? What the fucking point? You should have let the fish go back and live, get bigger or something. Come back and catch them later.
Shit, I got a fish in my freezer right now that I caught 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit is no good, bro. Throw that in the trash. Please do not eat it.
Nah, I ain't gonna read it, but little mama got it, and I think that was like one of our first dates. We went
Oh,
on.
it's like a memorability type of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. Shit, you can use that for bait. You can if while it's still frozen, take it with you out there to the fishing hole. You know what I'm saying? As you go out to the fishing hole, thaw it out, it thaws a bit, and you can cut it up and use it for fucking cut bait.
Yo.
Okay, at least it wouldn't go to waste.
Right? Shit. Yeah, she been had that fishing up shit since. I think, yeah, like I said, I think that was our first date we went on. I told her I'd like to go fishing. She said, let's go. And went out there, and I forget who caught that motherfucker. I think I caught it. Little old bass.
I think that's what happens a lot, though. I think what happens a lot, that's what I was saying, is you end up you catch the fish, you bag it up and put it in the freezer, and it just stays there fucking forever. Bro, that's a fucking waste.
Yeah.
That's a waste, man. Disrespect to nature and shit. Like, let me play this clip right quick.
We've had about 5,500.
5,500.
Yeah, into Ireland at this stage. No, we will monitor and so on. But no, our primary impulse is to assist those fleeing war. And that's, the Irish people are very seized by this the series of atrocities that are going on. What we're witnessing on our screens every evening is really shocking people, and there's huge human empathy there, obviously, to help the women and the children. And so we because of the temporary protective directive of the European Union, what Ireland is doing, basically, if Ukrainians come into Ireland, they'll have access to our social protection income, access to our health services, access to education, the right to work immediately. And we believe that's the correct thing to do in the context of the worst displacement of people and refugee crisis since World War II. And speed is important in a situation like this. And there's always a balancing of issues, but we are we keep the channels open with our UK counterparts, and Home Secretary and our Minister for Justice, Helen McEntee, have been in regular contact. I met with the Prime Minister yesterday. He was, to be fair, the Prime Minister paid tribute to what Ireland was doing on the humanitarian front.
But security concerns is something that's been talked about a lot here. So I'm just interested in whether, do you have security concerns? Have your security services told you that you should be doing checks? Have you done any checks at all?
In terms of individuals coming in, or it's the humanitarian response trumps anything as far as we're concerned. That's it.
So no security checks at all?
But our security people obviously will keep a monitoring situation in terms of what's going on, and people are being received at the airports, for example, mainly to try and respond to them, get some details, but also to say to them, look, here's how we can help you in terms of settling down. Now, it was interesting in the first wave of, if I use that phrase, about 2/3 of those who came in the first number of days had connections in Ireland already in terms of Ukrainian families living in Ireland, and a third not. Those who have no connections are now increasing because, obviously, of the ferocity of the war.
Man, I really love the way they're treating the Ukrainian refugees. I'm gonna lie, it's a good thing. But I think that we should treat. How come all countries don't treat all the refugees like this? Like, Ireland is being friendly with the Ukrainian refugees. That's really cool. And then it's like not really like security checks is not so serious. It's all about the humanitarian. It's all about trying to help these people. So that should be the attitude that we go about all the refugees. That's not how we treated the Haitian refugees, Venezuelan refugees, Iraq, Afghanistan. I mean, I keep going down the list. Any country from Africa, they don't treat those refugees the same. It's not about humanitarian. It's about, who are y'all? Are y'all bad people? Are y'all bringing Islam or some other ideology to our country that we're not trying to feel? Back with the whole reason why Brexit happened was because of all the refugees that went into Europe and went into UK and Britain. And a lot of the citizens just wasn't feeling that shit. So that's part of the reason why the UK left the European Union, because it was the European Union accepting these refugees and telling them, they could come to your country and da-da-da-da-da. And UK was like, nah, fuck that. We're not feeling these refugees coming over here. They're stabbing people and raping our white women and shit. So they don't speak our English. They don't have our culture. So we're going to leave the whole as European Union. So UK left the whole as European Union behind refugees. And here's an example of Ireland being super fucking friendly to these Ukrainian refugees. So what is the difference, y'all? Why? What do y'all think?
Oh, shit.
You know,
Might be religion.
why those refugees getting such not great treatment? And historically, refugees don't get treated so great. This is something I saw earlier too. Glenn Greenwald tweeted this. He said he wrote, "Buy more oil from them and send them more weapons in order to defend freedom and democracy." And he tweeted this Al Jazeera article. I didn't read the whole article, but I saw this earlier. And it says Saudi Arabia executes 81 people in a single day, the largest known mass execution carried out in the kingdom in modern history. So that's 81 people. So we're not talking about this. We're friendly as fuck to Saudi Arabia. And I wonder why. Why are we so friendly with Saudi Arabia? This is not cool. People probably was just against. Oh, damn. How long has my mic been out, y'all? Fuck. How long has my mic been out? I don't know how long my mic's been out. I don't know when the fuck. I look back, I see the mic is out. I don't know how long it's been out. I don't know how long what I said y'all heard and what I said y'all didn't hear. God damn it. Did y'all hear anything I said after the video? Probably nothing. I was just saying like Saudi law. Did y'all even hear me saying the fucking reading the damn did y'all hear me reading the damn article? Did y'all hear me reading the article? I gotta get better equipment. It just bumped me off and muted me, and through my earphones I could still hear myself, but I came back to my screen because I was on the other screen reading the article. Come back to my screen, I'm muted. What the fuck? I think that's the fucking shit. That's part of the shit that be going on, but I need better equipment. Did y'all hear any of that shit when I was reading the article? I'm not reading that shit again. Frustrating. Because, see, I can't see my screen. When I'm scrolling on Instagram or Twitter or whatever I'm scrolling on, I can't see my screen, the one that's broadcasting. My broadcast screen, I can't see that screen at the same time. JT, how long ago did my mic fall out? Did you hear me?
Nah, I couldn't hear you, man. It was about 30 seconds ago.
While I was reading the article, that's when it
Yeah,
fell out?
it went off. That's why I had to log out and log back in.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was me. My mic muted. It just randomly fucking muted. Oh, that's so irritating. I wish I had some kind of. You guys help me out with that some kind of way. Like if I just randomly go muted, send me a message, send me a text, send me a fucking Facebook message or a text. I'll probably see those.
All right.
I probably won't even see the comments if you just leave a comment because I don't be on the home page. That sucks, bro. I'll probably be losing my audience that way.
Yeah, yesterday I seen you had mama on there. I sent you a message and I ain't getting no response.
What did you send? A text?
What that? It say chat with the host.
Was it Facebook message? Oh,
Yeah.
or was it private chat?
It was StreamYard.
Oh, so was it message? It was a message on the StreamYard? I think
Yeah.
I did get that. What did you say?
I say tell Edna I say what's up.
No, I don't remember seeing that pic. I don't remember seeing that message.
Cause you had Edna on it yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably be careful with the names. Probably don't use names. My thing blocks it's to protect people. So
Right.
on my message board, because I don't have people be having administrators and shit that when they do shows like this and it helps them clean up their message board because people could be being offensive to each other and cussing people out and being mean to each other in the chat, and I'll be doing the show and I won't be able to know. So my thing is set where if someone is saying stuff inappropriate, it'll just straight up block it. And it's supposed to give me it gives me the opportunity to approve them, but it doesn't send me that during the show. So I can only see it after the show. So yeah, so basically if you say stuff that's inappropriate, it's not going to show up on my feed at all, and I'm not going to get no message that you even sent a message. And sometimes just leaving a name might be considered as inappropriate because, like people's names are private, and that's a way you can like slander them or whatever you want to call it. You get what I'm saying?
Yo.
So the algorithm might block it if you put somebody's name in your comment.
All right.
So I think that may have been what happened. Yeah, man. So what do you think about that? The refugees, how cool they're treating the Ukraine refugees. Remember the African students trying to get out of Ukraine? Remember the Haitians trying to get remember the damn people coming from Central America coming through Mexico. the Venezuelans. Remember how they treated them refugees? Now
Oh
look how
yeah.
they treating the Ukraine. Look how they treating the Ukraine. This is a funny picture right here. Damn, that's funny. So what do you think about the the difference that they're treating the, and I just showed a clip where the people, these were this was a minister from damn it, where was that? Not the UK, it was Ireland. And he was like, it's all about humanitarian. And then the lady was like, well, look, what about security? Are you worried about who these people are coming in or whatever? It's like, man, we worried about helping them first, and we'll worry about the security second. But whenever refugees coming through, like the Mexican, like the Venezuelan, the Haitians, they always talking about security. Who are these people? They could be terrorists, We got to put them in a camp somewhere and figure out who they are first before we can move ahead,
Oh, shit, I think that's about right, man. Cause you don't know who you letting in over here trying to help them, and they might just be working for the motherfuckers trying to.
Yeah, but that's not how they're treating the Ukrainian refugees. Damn, I know that shit hurt. That nigga is fucked up. Damn, I know that shit hurt. He hit the metal ass bars and bent one of them.
That nigga broke a rib.
Yeah. He might have some. Yeah, he might have some broken ribs. That nigga need to go to the ER. He probably got internal injuries, internal bleeding and shit.
And that broke rib is the worst one, boy. You can't sneeze, cough, or nothing.
Yep, and they don't even have no way to. It's got to heal by itself. Like they don't have no way to fucking. They just wrap up your whole ass, your whole chest.
That's it. That shit don't work. And I don't take all that medicine they be passing that, so shit.
What, you ended up with a broken rib? You talking about in that car accident that you was talking about earlier?
Well, now, well. That brought the pain back to the broke rib. I broke my rib. I was slapped by one of my homeboys, and I ran into a pole.
Damn.
And fucked my rib up. One of them concrete pillars.
Yeah.
Parking lot pillars. They got this. Yeah, I ran into one of them motherfuckers and hit my rib real hard. But that car accident, shit, that just brought the pain right back. Cause they say them ribs don't never just heal properly.
Yeah, bro. Damn, bro. That's fucked up. Oh, man, it's getting late. I'm about to wrap it. Man, but I want to hear a story, bro. Tell us a story, man. Tell us something that you learned, bro, like from being out there in the world, bro. Like, tell us a story, man. It don't have to be a real story. Just tell us a story, man. Something that happened or didn't happen.
Shit, don't trust nobody. That's what I can tell you. The motherfuckers out there, they say they trying to help you, but they only really trying to help themselves, man.
Well, tell me a circumstance in your life where something happened that demonstrates what you're talking about.
Oh, man. Okay. I had no job. So I'm hustling. I was working at a gas station. You know what I'm saying? Getting paid pennies. And, it was just like, it was fucked up, man. And the nigga I was working for was like the king of Iraq or some shit. I seen him in the newspaper. I read newspaper one day, and it was talking about the king of Iraq was the chief of the Houston Police Department. I don't know if he was the king of Iraq or not, but he up there. He like a prince or something. And man, I told the nigga I knew who he was. And I said about a week later, he said, man, you know something, you real smart. How you know who I was? I told him I read about you in the newspaper. Say you the chief of police, the Prince of Iraq. And then that nigga gave me a Versace suit. He gave me a whole bunch of fly ass suits, man, because I was going to church every Sunday. You know, praying for the Lord to get me out the predicament I was in. And the nigga buying gas stations all over Houston, man. So that was the real deal. So I say, shit, fuck this shit. They paying me pennies, and I'm doing all this work around here, man. It just wasn't. See, he wasn't really trying to help me. He was just helping me stay in the predicament I was in.
Yeah.
That's why I say people they really ain't trying to help you. They just trying to get what they can get out you. Don't trust nobody. Tell me this nigga buy 1 million gas stations in Houston, but he can't pay a nigga a salary that's working for him 24/7 under the table. You feel me? Help me get out of my predicament. Cause I was homeless.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So what do you do? How do you pull yourself up, bro? How do you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, bro?
Man, it just so happened, man. You know, this girl I've been talking to for 20 years, we had split up behind some bullshit. She came back into my life, man, and helped me out. And said, man, look, you come stay with me until you get on your feet, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying, show me that you at least trying, and I'm gonna help you out. And shit, that's how shit. The good Lord came through for me, man. That's all. You know, don't burn your bridges with your friends, man.
Yeah.
I mean, she might not be the finest and all the prettiest girl in the world, but she got a big heart, man, because she got her own house. She work every day. And she don't charge me no rent.
Yeah.
I don't think she had me do it, nigga. Get up and try to find you some work. So I walk around the neighborhood like I did when I was in the hood. Try to find me some cars to wash. And yards to cut. You know, anything, try to put a couple dollars. That's all she asked of me, man. Just get up and try to do something. Don't be laying around my house, sitting around doing nothing all day. I cook up breakfast. I'm gonna see if she gonna let me cook the oxtails tonight.
You can cook oxtails, bro?
Yeah, man.
Shit, I could fuck with some oxtails a little bit, but
I be looking that shit up online, man.
Yeah, my sister cooked the shit out of some oxtails, so I'll let her cook them.
Yeah.
They expensive too, huh?
Man, I paid $26 for 4 oxtails.
It wasn't even that big.
Nah, they were nice size where I got them.
$26 for 4 oxtails.
4 oxtails. Little mama mad than a motherfucker. $26.
And that's crazy because it's a part of the damn tail of the damn cow and shit.
Yeah.
And why the hell that shit so expensive?
Shit, I don't know. But shit.
Damn inflation.
Yeah. $26, nigga. I say, damn.
Yeah, man. I'm about to wrap it. It's 5:30.
Yeah, she ought to be pulling up in a minute.
All right, man.
All right, then, cousin.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining, bro. I'm going to be back on Wednesday by 11 o'clock. We'll be on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Rumble. And it's King Chaka Ent Deux. Deux.
All right.
So y'all check me out, and I'll be back. I'll send you a link when I'm on, bro.
All right. Do that, man.
All right, bro. Thank you for your time, and thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for joining.
All right, blessings.
Hope y'all learned something. Peace and love. Yeah. Thank y'all for being here.
Go on, play one of them tracks right quick before you close it.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna do. Do you have a request? You got a song you like?
Nah, not really.
I don't know what to play, bro. I'm gonna play.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? KCE, King Chaka. It is what it is, baby. You really not feeling me? Let me find out. Yo, question my ability. Let me find out. Invest in my enemy. Let me find out. There ain't no telling what you finna see. You finna find out. It's something that enters me. You finna find out. Then exit with energy. You finna find out. Riding flows like centipede. You finna find out. Screw those that enemy. Let me find out. I'ma call you Bill Bellamy. When you talk your shit, man, really it's killing me. Hit you with my fist in, I'ma do it lyrically. Crazy ass brick, so I might do it literally. I'ma do this till I'm old eating celery. How old is Jay-Z? He gotta be 70. Come to my show or I'ma do it bitterly. Or it's a porn store with a bitch named Beverly. Keep waiting tables, yeah. Spicy means peppery. Or get tattoos and work in the factory. Whatever I do, I'ma do it happily. I'm tired of these rappers too, they do it tackily. That's why I'm here, I'm the shit this year. We gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something you can feel. When shit's fucked up, gon' drop a tear. I'ma pull my pants up, grab another beer. Rap's messed up and I don't have no fear. Attack the chest up, it's a grown man in here. Ask you little chaps, what have you done in the field? Throw your steps up, let them know you're still here. I said you really not feeling me, let me find out. Yo, question my ability, let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy, let me find out. Ain't no telling what you finna see, you finna find out. Yo, you really not feeling me, let me find out. Yo, question my ability, let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy, let me find out. Ain't no telling what you finna see, you finna find out. Yeah, bounce, rock, shake, wiggle. We gon' come through and put it in the middle. They calls me fiddler cause I play the fiddle. Checking masters, white pipes, I's a good nigga. Bounce, rock, shake, wiggle. We gon' come through and put it in the middle. They calls me fiddler cause I play the fiddle. Checking masters, white pipes, I's a good nigga. You really not feeling me? Let me find out. Yo, question my ability. Let me find out. Yo, invest in my enemy. Yo, let me find out.
Good evening, my little one. I shall make you psychotic.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
Let me see if I can wrap this up with y'all. Yeah, a little concert. Yeah.
Bouncing back and forth, and you know I'm swinging balls. Go home and changing clothes. I'm looking at like this, it seems like she's saying no. I'm supposed to be laying low. Never know which way it go. Cause the G.O.D. said so. So you can't chop it where it's up. She got me for a piece, now I'm about to pay out. Some sweets where I gotta take a toll. I got a little guap, I gotta make it grow. Some hee-haw, mom, gon' be in your teeth, we keep a buzz on. I've been on it 5 days, so I'm sitting sideways. Now get out of my way, I might say all day. Take the honey on my dick if you don't like what I say. I'm the shit with the shit, so we gon' do this my way. It's getting started, so gon' say your grace. I'ma eat you rap rappers, so I won't enjoy the taste. I'm cooking your mistakes while you rolling on the stakes.